Hello, chat. I hope you can hear me or anyone else because I was futzing with the OBS this week.
It appears that we're audible.
Someone's listening to me. And it's me.
Arcane the Sage, can you hear the rest of us, though, is the question.
Yeah, I unmuted the tab for a moment and I could hear myself saying that we sounded okay. So
there we go.
Fingers crossed.
And I forgot to change my darn name. La la la. Okay. I knew I forgot something.
It's always the name.
So, yeah, chat, we're gonna see how well I do at running a game with a week off, because that's not usually my best operation system. Whoops. But yay. Okay, so welcome to Exit to Eden, a world of darkness and space. Yes, because 6,000 years in the future, humanity has spread across the stars, and the world of darkness snuck up behind them and tickled their neck. Like you do. And that all went down about 5,000 years ago. 1,700 years after that, the veil fell, and the world of darkness became naked to the rest of civilizations.
Naked.
Woohoo! Leading to, you would think, less danger, since humanity's like, oh, okay, so these are all things we should be concerned about. The Hysil, the Hedge, vampire cults, etc. But no, it really just gave humanity something new to hate. And continue to ignore the dangers that exist all around them at any given time, and then persecute some of the peoples that have been protecting them from those the whole time.
Arcane the Sage. And then the vampires had to pay taxes.
Oh, yeah. That was some shit, let me tell you. So, yeah. And that's basically the setting. Eden system is, I did not create this setting. This was a big mass creation of, I think it was Onyx Path, and then further developed by the Mind's Eye Society. However, I did create Eden system, which is, a little system on the very outer edge of the Expanse, because there's the core, and then there's the Expanse, and then there's the Verge. The Verge has only been open for about 50 to 100 years, officially. So now that the Verge is open, this little pocket system is an interesting way station between the core, the Expanse, and the Verge, and one of the few parts of the Expanse left where supernaturals can safely be out with their supernatural status.
So what you're saying is that Eden is a little patch of heaven on the wild, wild west.
Yes. That is a good way of putting it. So yeah, what do I do? Where am I? Well, I'm in this handbasket. Sorry, I'm still catching up. I had last week off, and maybe that was too much time with too little structure. We will see if I can run my own game tonight. Woohoo. And, yeah. So, Eden system, because it is now illegal to be a supernatural in the core systems, and that as the Expanse wants to curry favor with the core, they are going in much the same way. Hence our new slogan, be crime, do magic. Relatively new. But yes, I'm the GM, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so it's a good thing I wrote this entire storyline like 2 months ago. As for people here who are more on the ball than me, let's see, I'm nice in the center of the screen right now. Okay, so let's start with you, Dracus. Who are you playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Dracus. I'm playing Klaus, as usual, resident asshole mage. Yeah. We're not dealing drugs right now, but no guarantees that we won't later. Yeah.
Morose life.
Petruchio and I left off in a rather rough place, I say, as if it isn't the cutest goddamn thing I've ever seen. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Alright, next let's go Withershins, on my screen at least. Zardoz, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Holiday, who is a piano player. Let's just call it that and see where that gets us.
Play it again, Sam. Sam, I told you not to play it! You just told me to play it. No, I didn't. Alright, so next, Merc, who are you playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Mac. I'll be playing Dune, the wolf blood. The wolf blood is sort of like a werewolf light, but with none of the shape-shifting nonsense. And we are not quite as much of an asshole as the werewolves are. And believe you me, the werewolves are very much all the asshole.
At least, one of the interesting things about Eden is that it's an expanse planet that isn't just one giant megacity. There is a giant megacity, but largely the continent is still rather underdeveloped or farmland, and one big expanse of farmland is the wolf country, where the werewolves subjugate their wolf bloods to some extent, even though they really shouldn't. So
And
many,
then they wonder why so many of them run off to the city. There are a lot of wolf bloods in Eden City.
and not a lot of werewolves, because if I could make this city have a gauntlet of 6, it would. For some strange reason, this city has an extraordinarily high gauntlet, so werewolves and spirit mages are not thick on the ground here. Meanwhile, that has not at all affected the vampire population, which brings us to Josh. What are you playing today?
I am playing Patricio, who is the vampire hacker / boss of this little crew.
Woohoo.
Or possibly yet another one of Petruchio's body doubles. We don't know for sure yet.
Yes,
You never will.
Yes, unlike other streamed games on Twitch, this started as a scripted module game. Because, you know, I built that system for a LARP, and there's only so much you can get to in a 4-hour LARP when you compulsively world build. But then we just sort of kept playing, and it's kind of nice, and I kind of like it, and I could just keep world building and then keep making these friends of mine deal with it, and it's fun.
Oh man.
So,
Oh, my dice.
woohoo! Oh, and out of character and out of game, you may notice I've added some widgets to our screen because I just realized I could do that. And yeah, so we got a number of viewers, and also our why is
My sample goal. That's what
my
we've got.
sample goal? Okay, I don't. Alright, so I need to fix that at some point. Maybe we'll do that during break. So yeah, we are trying to get to 50 followers, which means we can apply to be affiliate, and then we get to play with channel points if we make it. So if y'all want to give us a follow, it does not cost you anything except a few clicks of the mouse. If you could send other people, that would be great, because, yeah, I think last I checked we were at like 45 out of 50. So, you know, almost there. I honestly don't know what I would do with subscription fees because we just didn't plan on doing this for money. But channel points would allow for our viewers to have free buy-ins into the game. And after the fun we had at that mini panel game a few weeks ago, it's like I am eager to have more audience participation. So, world building, but without the mice overlords? Is that a
Yeah, don't
Hitchhiker's
follow.
Guide?
That sounds like a Hitchhiker's
Okay.
Guide.
Okay, yeah.
Fair enough.
I never really thought about them as overlords, but yeah, I suppose.
What have men got to do with it?
Particularly proud of the fjords.
Won an award for them. The fjords.
Okay, I don't know how to fix this damn widget. How does it look on... Does it still... Yeah, it looks... I
Still
don't-
there.
I don't care either. I dropped one of my dice. This is bothering me. Aha!
I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, well,
Found
now
it.
it's off the screen. So, fuck that. I tried. I really tried. Also, it's the wrong color.
It's alright.
I don't know. I'm bad at tech. Hello.
Oh my god, did you try? No, I'm sorry. I'm not going with that meme.
I also can't. If anyone in chat knows how to stop the cursor from showing up on my computer screen, that would be great. But as far as we can tell thus far in our research, Streamlabs just forgot to keep that from the previous version. Oh well.
Whoopsie.
Oopsie. So yeah, let's start. So, Klaus and Petruchio, tell us a little bit about what happened last game, or at least by the end of last game, because you know you met Holiday, and he's looking to get a buddy out of the system, and as an underground railroad with the front of a successful tourist agency, you know this is totally within your wheelhouse.
Entirely. And then he accompanied us over to where there was an interesting Changeling Run VR game. We didn't know the Changeling part until we showed up. Then we went in while he stayed behind, and then we got stuck.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
chat,
what is that game called? I forgot to write a note on it.
Let me see. I wrote it down on.
That's
my
a mood.
thing somewhere. Stop making noises. I don't like it. Frontierville.
Ah,
Right.
That's it.
Yes, that makes sense.
I totally know what I'm doing. Everything's fine.
see, I wrote Animal Crossing in my notes because that's what it is, but it's not.
It's Frontierville. It's a cross between
Frontierville.
Animal Crossing and other things, like
Yeah.
Animal, like
Like other versions of Animal Crossing.
It's basically Animal Crossing.
So yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, Eden City is currently hosting the Expanse
Technical conference.
technical conference or technological conference, which is unofficially known as Hackercon, where the con committee basically gets all of these companies to pay for vendor and exhibition space, and that allows them to fund all sorts of interesting classes about, you know, reverse computer security. Or with the panel that Petruchio was on a few weeks ago,
Archaeological.
computer
Ancient
archaeology.
hacking techniques and how they can be applied today.
Yes.
Yes.
So one of the booths on the exhibition floor was kind of out in the corner. It's the word on the street was that the Banyep Games was working on an indie game, which they were probably going to try and sell to a megacorp for bigger and better distribution and more monies. And once they met the developer, who was also, you know, one of the people running the booth, and that person turned out to be a changeling, well, that would explain why they may not be the best distributor on their own for selling around the Expanse or the core. Because this is basically take Animal Crossing and make it a VR simulation on the scale of the Star Trek holodeck, where, you know, there's interesting spatial distortions and optical illusions that make you feel like you're in a much bigger space. And yeah, you can interact with all these things, and it's just supposed to be a low-key farm game, even though the technology originally was used for military training. Which is part of why Holiday was suspicious, because, you know, he did some of that for reasons.
I don't like to talk about that.
Who does?
So Holiday hung out outside of the booth to talk to Marcus, the game dev, and Petruchio, and I went in, and now we can't get out.
They're not sure what time it is. None of their regular technical devices seem to work. So Petruchio scored a ridiculous hacking roll, which I had to get creative about because they had no actual way of directly hacking the game without any of their usual devices. So, yeah, eventually, so they just started, like, walking through windows, trying to walk through walls, trying to break things, trying to push things over and just see what happened.
I couldn't
to see
even
if
get
you
my
exceed
brain
the
to
number of
connect to the
objects.
internet.
If you try this too hard, though, you'll get a Bethesda glitch that'll launch you 6,000 meters.
No, but that's acceptable. Because that'll exceed some kind of bound, maybe.
Yeah, you exceed the 2,800 square what's it 2440 square limit up, and which will immediately put you at 0 negative 9999 on the map.
So, meanwhile, Dune is basically trying to set a flash mob trap for one of the local megacorps because he just hates them. They sell synthetic humans, so not so. I mean, less.
They sell human beings that were not grown inside a person, and that's it. That's the only difference.
They sell human beings to other, presumably human beings. And that's actually not legal in Eden system, so they're not technically selling any here at the convention, but they're still in their electronic catalogs, and that's probably one of the reasons that the megacorps haven't been able to get controlling interest in this system. They just want to, lobby the government and put in their own toadies and places of power, and then get whatever they want from the resources of the system so they can make it better. Why won't you let us help you?
Reasons.
Yay, megacorps.
So the megacorp in question has set up a soiree for later in the evening, and Dune has, for the higher corporation people and for also the higher ups in Eden City. So this is going to be some major hobnobs. And what Dune has done has gone and got all his cousins in the rugby team, all his big Welsh wolf blood cousins on the rugby team, to go and congregate nearby so that we can all join the party and have it be a real party.
Woohoo! How will that
Chris,
go? Who knows? Yes?
Howling.
Mark
howling
says you're
success.
quiet compared to everyone else.
Oh, sorry.
It will be a howling success. I'm sure of it.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's louder.
Woohoo! Because I'm trying for the fancy mic, so I sound less awful in playback. We will see how well that continues to work, because plugging in this microphone means my speakers shut down, but my headphones are... I don't understand technology. Anyway. So, as we were speaking... so, yes, game. So, yeah, yeah, when last we left, Petruchio and Klaus were just basically trying to break the game forcibly because they had no access directly to the code, which led to them finding a recipe for some kind of sauna heater, and so they collected the wood and the stone and the metal, and they hit rocks with axes, and they did the whole thing. They have no idea how long they've been in here. Time is meaningless. And it's always bright and sunny. And, kind of like the countryside of Eden, although neither of you have been there before, but kind of more vibrant. And yeah, so you basically got a fire going with one of the things that you were probably in the game are supposed to just sell back to the shop for more money than the individual materials would get you, and you set one of the fences on fire.
And through the fire, we saw eyes.
You did not see eyes, but you got a distinct impression that something about this, between both of you, I think Petruchio, maybe because you're just so used to having Dominate as Yvonne True, that you got a sense that something about the fire was looking back at you. And yeah, so meanwhile, Holiday, how long do you wait for your friends to come back out before you either go in after them or just leave the booth?
I'll give them 5 minutes before I start making alternative plans.
Yeah, 5 minutes have passed. And the guy at the with the clipboard and the data pad at the front gate is just talking to other people who want to go in, and he's mentioned before that there's this kind of light on the side of that first kind of gate bar that people walk through. The science supposedly is that the technology that they're using does a sort of surface scan of your neural pathways. So it's not an invasive thing, but it does sort of use that to enhance the VR experience. And that one of the things that this system does is it's been keeping account of people going in, and once it hits capacity, that, that light will turn red, and he's like, okay, I can't let any more people in, and at that point, presumably, a line will form.
A line has not formed yet,
A
though,
line
has
has
it?
not formed. But, it's only the second day of con. And they are very far out in just, like, the corner of this Javits Center. Think of a Javits Center that's 20 stories high. And this is just the first floor.
You say that, but this is the thing that people are chatting about as they're wandering around the rest of the gaming floor.
Some people, yeah.
So, how many people specifically have gone into the simulation? I'll ask the Chris, the developer.
Oh, overall?
Yes.
Well, this weekend so far, and he kind of taps on his data pad. It looks like we've had about 800 people go in and out.
How many people have gone out since I've been here, according to the clipboard?
He kind of taps his data pad clipboard a little bit more. He's like, it looks like about 10 people have exited since we've been standing here.
Yeah. Have I visually seen anyone leave the space?
No, but he did mention that there's like a door on the other side that kind of goes out, so...
Are there people stationed at that door?
He's like, no, there isn't, but, we haven't it's got like a bar on it, so you can't come in. I mean, it's a little low tech, but,
Why don't we go look at that section for just a moment?
I can't leave here right now, but, I could certainly send one of my assistants to go with you.
Sure, assistant.
Yeah, and there's a 20-something, or lives are longer here, but let's say, equivalent of 20-something,
They look 20-something.
Yeah, redheaded girl is like, sure, let's go check.
Okay.
They don't seem at all plussed that you want to look at this, so she's like, okay, let's go.
Okay, let's get over to that bar first. Look, is there surveillance in this particular section of the conference center?
Yeah, there are security cameras around, especially since you're in a corner. So,
can I contact the people who run the security office from here?
I mean, you can call and leave a message on their machine if you want to go talk to them more directly. Like, they do have an office, like you can go talk to them, but you will have, that'll take some more footwork.
Okay, I will do that in a second.
There is not a live security guards hanging out here.
Okay.
At least not right now. So yeah, she takes you, and it's not so much a bar as it's sort of like just a metal door. So you can't see through it, unfortunately. And she's like, yeah, so, when people, hit the exit, they'll usually just come out through here. Because, I mean, we've been expecting a line to form, but it just, like, hasn't yet. So, and you can tell, at least as a changeling, you can tell that this person is not a changeling.
Mm.
Because that is immediate in most cases.
Yeah.
Anything else you would have to do a roll, but I'll just say that she seems very, very human, very vanilla human to you. And she's just like, yeah, so this should just open when someone wants to come out.
Do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Stay here and watch this, and then when the system registers that someone is leaving, would you tell me what actually happens?
I'd have to go in and check with Marcus about that first, because I'm usually supposed to be a greeter on the other side. But yeah, I'm sure we can do something like that.
I have an idea for what will make this even better. Tell him you're doing a follow-up survey for people talking about their gaming experience, as they're exiting, so that you get both pre and post game experiences for selling this to people. That'll give you some head start and some good thinking skills that he might appreciate later.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's all up to him since he's the one running the booth, but sure, you know.
While she goes and does that, I'm going to look for the power and figure out what exactly I have to cut to turn this thing off.
There is definitely a, let's see, did I write this out?
Somehow feel like turning the whole thing off is going to fuck everything up further, but like, go for it.
Well, I have a process. You may
Oh,
not
I'm sure
like
you
it,
do.
but you will accept it.
I have a backup plan that I don't want to try, but we could.
Oh, and since I have the company Slack for the not cool people in the company, I will send a note to them to, hey, Klaus and Petruchio in game, not responding to contact, advise.
So yeah, Dune is on that. Maybe they don't check it as much because it's pretty much just Jimothy and your contractors on it, but Jimothy is their intern.
Yeah, but there's a note on that says, Petruchio and Klaus missing, please advise.
Missing? Like, how do you lose a vampire and a mage?
It's not hard.
I will see this message, because I'm basically just drinking the bar at this point, waiting for the party to start. You know, pre-gaming.
It's still like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and I think I said this party starts at like 9 p.m. So officially starts. So yeah. You got some time.
I'll see the message, and I will type on the Cool Kids server. Are you two really missing, or did you just ditch him for being an asshole?
They do not answer.
Presley
probably is drinking at some, or Presley's probably flitting about and is just like, huh? What? That's mean. But they are kind of like, what?
I feel like Presley would be like, missing? Who's missing? And we just have to hope that the lack of a response would be answer enough.
Timothy has now sent 27 panic text messages to the Not Cool Kids chat, and it's taking me to do this. And I will text back, where were they when you lost them?
Frontierville.
They went to Wolf Country, ?
Is that in the convention center?
Most assuredly not.
Then
it is
no.
very far out in the country. Then how is the country in the convention center? I don't understand.
See, if you started coming this way when I sent you the first message, you would be halfway to finding out the truth.
Leaving my cousins alone seems to be an unwise decision.
It's your boss. I don't work here.
Very well. I am on my way. I will start making, and I will appoint Presley to make sure the cousins get to the party on time if I don't make it back before party start. And I'll start heading over there. Without any cousins in tow, which is really a feat.
Hey, thanks.
Okay. I am trying to turn my mic up to be heard. Okay. Oh, the freaking mouse cursor. So yeah, sorry, what's happening? So, Dune, are you approaching the situation? Or
yeah, I'm heading over there. So I'm heading over there. I've extracted myself, but I've told Presley to make sure that everybody gets to the party on time. Now that I've bribed the cleaner to get us up there.
Oh, that's right. You're already drinking with your cousin. So Price is like, yay, party! So hopefully this
Price is gonna be smashed by the end of the night.
Make sure you remind her not to drink the glowing moonshine.
Unfortunately, they don't have that at this bar, or fortunately.
Okay, well, that's
depending.
probably good for Presley then.
Yeah.
The Wolf Country Moonshine. Oh dear. So yeah, so
Distinctly not suited for catering to werewolves, this bar, but you make do with what you have. The whiskey is very nice.
So, Petruchio and Klaus, how often would you two usually check the company Slack? You know, if people are chatting on it on a regular day.
I mean, check it. Probably, every few minutes, but not, just in terms of checking my device.
Yeah, so it takes a little while, Dune, for you to get back, for you to intercept Holiday, but in that time, Petruchio has not checked in on the Slack, and that is a bit weird, since Petruchio is kind of constantly wired into some form of internet.
Yeah, I usually at least keep an eye on things and chime in periodically throughout the day. So
Doesn't it go straight to your head?
my side, it could go straight to my head. I think why not? I don't usually have it wired that way because it's easier to not look weird answering a phone.
A lot of people basically have Bluetooth, but inside
Yeah.
their skulls, because this is the future.
So sure, why not? I don't even have a phone. I just use my head. It's cool.
I am the Wi-Fi hotspot.
I am the Wi-Fi.
Plenty of people do that, and plenty of people are doing that at this con.
Especially this con.
Woohoo! But yeah, so it maybe takes about a half hour for Dune to coordinate and then come find you, and in that time, no one's heard from Petruchio or Klaus, and they have you haven't seen them.
But has anybody exited? According to the system, has anybody exited?
Not yet. Marcus did say yeah, sure, that would be fine, and basically drafted a quick survey, gave it to the redheaded girl, and she's been hanging out by the back, but it's yeah, no one's come out in a half hour. Okay.
But has the system said anybody's come out?
Nope.
Okay.
Not according to Marcus. Yeah, so, and she's got just a little Bluetooth kind of walkie-talkie thing attached to her ear. And she's yeah, so he's just keeping me appraised. He says 5 more people have gone in.
That's troublesome.
So
then I will call the security office.
Thank you for calling the Sal's Convention Center security office. Our number is you have their number. So yeah, this is the Sal security. We will respond to complaints and warnings in the order in which they were received, and it's so you're just talking to an answering machine, unless you want to actually leave the, you have a badge, so you can go to the kind of next floor up. Their office is kind of the first floor up with a lot of the panel rooms, but it's accessible.
Can I see the Frontierville display from that office complex?
No.
Okay.
It's kind of a long walk across the Sal equivalent of the Javits Center.
Then I'll wait till Dune gets here before I go do something else.
Okay, so Dune, you arrive at the, if you remember what I said, it basically looks like trees and fences and little houses from the game, and this very kind of cartoony, kawaii looking thing, and
my country boy ass is
I don't know if Dune rolls his eyes much, but this would evoke an eye roll for sure. It's this is not what the country looks like.
These people have clearly never gone out to see a real fruit in their life. The city is littered with them, you'd think they'd know, but this is not what the country looks like, and this is never what the country looks like, and this is especially not what wolf country looks like.
That's great, because your boss wandered inside earlier and hasn't come out yet. And we can't find him.
So at this point, we'll say it's been about 45 minutes.
He hasn't answered his text either in the main group chat, which is concerning as he has never taken this long to respond to a message without being otherwise occupied.
Especially when there were
pay him directly.
shenanigans afoot. And there are many shenanigans afoot. Sorry, what were you saying, Holiday?
We also page him directly through the game's internal structure. He should have gotten the message and been out 40 minutes ago.
That is indeed troublesome. What do you propose we do?
Well, I'm going to go. I have a couple of hunches and bad feelings, but I'm not going to worry you with those quite yet. I am going to go talk to the security office and see if I can access their records very quickly.
I believe I shall try and contact Orchard to see if it can contact them for me.
I would also go talk to her since she's watching this particular exit to see if anyone comes out. Because I, again, have a particularly bad feeling about something.
All right, I shall do so.
And then I will go upstairs.
Dune walks over to the red-headed assistant, looming.
Hi, can I help you?
I'm looking for one of my compatriots. I was told he had gone into this game and been paged to leave 40 minutes ago and has still failed to come out. Do you know where he is?
Well, I've only been here for a little while and I haven't seen anyone come out yet, but, if you want to give me their name and a description, like, I can definitely tell them you're looking for them.
The name is Petruchio, or at least the one they answer to that I know of.
Okay.
The description I give them...
A vampire. No. A Vantri.
His current face.
His
The one that's
face.
on his badge. And the company that the badge came with, so that, you know,
Okay.
in case of tracking badges. And then I will kind of go over and lurk in the corner so I can still see the door, and then I'm going to email on my personal device Orchard to see if Orchard would do this for me, locate my boss and whoever, and Klaus, I believe, is also missing.
Are you invoking one of your personal favors?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. Because this feels like a time when I need to, and plus I have a lot of them from that one. So I get priority processing, and they might do things they might not do for the people.
So chat, just so you know, one of the things that this World of Darkness in Space runs on is something called the favor system. A favor is effectively a minor boon, and many of the, basically, Supernats can have trouble getting employment, so they formed unions. Those unions make it a bit easier to collectively bargain for supernatural rights, and also track supernaturals to some extent, but basically the Supernats took over their own organization, so it works for them. And favors were a way of kind of charging payment for very poor or very broken planets, communities, new colonies who maybe don't have money yet but still need work done. So it's effectively the boon system, but in space, and with all the supernaturals. And Dune, previously tangled with a gull moth that looked like a horrible goose that had stolen a piece of Orchard's hard drive or storage drive, I think we said.
Yeah.
And for that, Orchard was willing to give them, was it 10 personal favors?
It was 3 universal favors, which was all it had, and 12 personal favors to make it an even 15.
So one of the things is Petruchio happens to be a member of the Conservators Union, which is kind of a miscellaneous union, but they effectively are like harpies in Vampire, where they can generate universal favors. And those are basically the gold standard of the favor system. However, you can still give away personal favors, and when everyone's like, well, why would you do that with Orchard? Because Orchard's free, and it's like, oh, priority. I'm like, yep, that makes sense.
Priority
Orchard,
and also possibly hacking things for me, because I can't hack worth a damn.
Yes, Orchard is, it's an acronym. Orchard is basically, imagine if Siri serviced an entire city and was free. So Orchard is basically the Google / Siri. Siri is Google, right? I forget.
Yes.
Close enough.
Alexa is Amazon.
Ah, yes. So imagine if Siri was free and able to communicate across the entire megacity, and there are kiosks, and internet is basically free because, it's, what's that term? It's an infrastructural thing, not a luxury.
A public utility.
Public utility, yes.
Just like it is in the real world, except it's not free.
Yep. Anyway, also our cops are actually useful and not horrible evil. Yay. Yes, lawful good cops. Who knew? Anyway, so so Orchard is basically this city's version of Google, and so they can look at security stuff to help with law enforcement and mysteries, and help you check your email if you're not at your home or don't have a device, and things like that. So Orchard's like, will ask for like confirmation, like, so what are you asking me to do?
I'm trying to locate Petruchio and Klaus. I would like both their physical whereabouts and if that is not possible to locate them, I would like to know where they are in the game called Frontierville, as they have not come out yet, and they do not appear to be responding, even when they should, to messages.
And there's a few minutes, and Orchard responds back, I can't locate them in Eden City, so I'm going to try a deeper scan. This will take a little bit longer.
Much appreciated, Orchard.
So yeah, typically the thing with Orchard is that she'll work for anyone, but like, in this way that she can watch and surveil the entire city. Funny how that works. All right, let me bring up their character sheet.
Like, I trust Orchard too much for just generally. I'm inclined to trust the AI and just hope that it's actually as benevolent as it seems.
Big Sib is watching you.
And I'm choosing to be okay with that.
Thanks, Hal.
Okay, so they
But if we're dealing with a simulation, I would like to ask the AI to help.
Hello, I would like to invade the privacy of this annoying video game. Okay. Let me see what powers I gave them, and then I will figure out what I'm going to roll. So in Space the Infinite Edge, AIs can be built as NPCs, which means they get their own stats, and for one reason or another, they work a lot like spirits. So they get Numina, and I gave them a bunch of Numina out of the werewolf book. La la la, everything's fine.
The ghost in the machine.
Okay, first they're gonna try this one. That is a very good roll. And that would be hardware plus software, and okay. So first you get another email back saying, okay, I did another deep surface scan using the Sal Convention Center's security camera and feeds, and I still can't locate them. This is very concerning. I will try another thing. Hold on. Jesus Christ, Orchard.
Don't like the sound of that.
I will enact Command Artifice.
That's either very good or very bad. I'm not sure which it is.
And you get another email after another 10 minutes. You get another email of Orchard. I tried to interface directly with the Frontiersville equipment to force it to let me into the game and thus view the status of the people in the game myself. I came up against security protocols that act differently than normal firewalls. It's almost like there's an AI involved. But that is it's an interesting, it is not unheard of to add an artificial intelligence to a firewall program, but it is strange and unusual, especially for an independent video game. I will continue investigating, for this is both interesting and somewhat disturbing.
It seems to me that you have another AI in your territory. I don't...
She'll just, they'll just email back like, there are many AIs in my territory, but this is strange. I don't think... I have a strong suspicion that this is not an AI, but a sentient firewall. We'll need to do more data searching of my own database. Be very careful. I am concerned for the welfare of your companions, simply for how strange this all is.
Thank you very much for your time, Orchard. Please keep me appraised.
I definitely will.
I'll forward Orchard's emails to Holiday.
So while all that is happening, so at this point it's been maybe an hour and 15 minutes since Class Matrukia went in. And we'll say that that's about, well, who knows how time works in here. Petruchio, you have set a fence on fire.
And we saw something, we sensed something staring back, and I was going to try to dominate it. Because what else do you do?
Okay. I'll allow you to, like that, yeah. Let me look at your sheet.
And tell me what my bonus is, because I am having problems pulling up those rules. I've seen those before. Okay. I'm not seeing them right now.
Which bonuses?
So I know I don't, it's expression plus some stat plus blood potency, I believe.
Oh, so you're doing Dominate 1?
You have to do Dominate 1 before you do any of the others.
True. Yes, it's intelligence, expression, dominate, and blood potency. So dominate 3, blood potency something. It does not cost any vitae. But right. I just wrote out what your pool is, and it's a 7.
Which pool is a 7?
Your pool for dominate 1 is a 7. There is a roll, but you don't have to spend any vitae.
Okay. Oh, I see.
And then if you want to do dominate 2, you don't have to roll because you already rolled for dominate 1, but then you spend a vitae to activate dominate 2.
Okay. And I was going to spend a willpower on that because I know I'm already bad at this and it didn't work the last time. Do I take the -1 penalty for being unskilled at expression?
Since I'm the one that built your character sheet wrong in this way, because like I said, this started as a module, and this is why y'all should play test your modules before running them live. I'm not going to make you take the unskilled for this.
Sure. So you said you rolled for me, or I should roll?
You roll.
Okay.
I mean, I can roll if you want, but...
No, I've got a D10. And that's a 10. And that's another 10. And that's a 6. That's a 26 plus my bonus.
So you've definitely, whatever it is, it's, so, how do I say this?
33.
It's still definitely, like, you definitely get a sense that you have dominated this flaming piece of wooden fence. And it goes from, like, crackling red, yellow, and orange at you in kind of almost a cartoonish kind of way to just sort of, it's still kind of wavering like a flame, but the colors have stopped fluctuating. And it's like it's waiting for like, you mesmerize someone, they go like,
Yep.
so you definitely like, this has worked. You're not sure how it worked, but it worked.
Whatever it was this, I'm starting to guess a spirit given changelings, but
You have a high enough occult that changelings don't deal with spirits.
oh sorry, a hedge
Spirits is
creature.
werewolves. Hedge, yeah,
Maybe or something. Whatever
F
changelings deal with.
frickin' changelings. So yeah, what would you do
Changeling
next?
bullshit. Okay.
Sure. I'm just trying to remember how I'm trying to run this from memory, which is tricky because the division between Dominate 2 and Dominate 3. Remind me which one Dominate 2 is and which one Dominate 3 is. 'Cause I know one of them involves implanting memories and things, and the other one involves a longer term command.
Let's see. I have written this down.
But I don't have the documentation in front of me, which is very frustrating.
Okay, it should be on your character. Do you not have your character sheet?
I do. My character sheet says Dominate 3.
Okay, if you scroll
Oh,
down...
actually, you're right. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're right. If I scroll down to the next page, then we
There's
have
more
Iron Edict. It
pages.
doesn't have to describe those, but I can sort of look at there's Iron Edict and there's Entombed Command. I don't care about Entombed Command. Iron Edict is the spend a vitae to do something. What is that? I can look that up, but now that I have words.
Iron Edict. Once she's got a hotline into her victim's mind, the vampire can take some time to play with his thoughts and memories. While it takes more of her power to relay complex commands, she goes from jerking her victim's strings to controlling him like a puppeteer, making his every movement dance to her tune.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Sure, I will spend a vitae on that. You said I have a pool of 7.
You start with 10 unless you've spent any.
Then
so
I have
far
pool 10.
this...
I have
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
So tell me what's been going on.
So the colors start to flicker again. Always a very distinct red, orange, and yellow.
So it doesn't appear to be able to talk in
speech, no, but you
Yeah.
definitely get a sense with your skill set, it is trying to communicate. You just have to figure out how.
Am I
Klaus,
able to
you got
see
anything?
this?
It's trying to talk to us.
So actually, Patricio,
Mm-hmm.
I would allow you to make a hacking roll to understand what is happening here.
That sounds great.
And then, assuming you pass the roll, I will explain why this is relevant.
Yep. So I have some ideas, but yes. What's my base skill and stat for this? Ability and discipline, I guess.
Intelligence, computers, and you can use your hacking.
Yep.
For additional, I believe that's now a +2 for some reason instead of a +1.
It is. So that's a base 10.
Ever since you joined that group calling themselves the Code Monkeys.
Yep. I did not roll a 1, so 13.
Okay. So, because of things we won't get into now, Patricio, you are aware that there are people within the galaxy that effectively use code as a verbalized language. So the main difference between what you're used to, which is usually base 5, is that because this creature has 3 colors to work with, it is going on it is some kind of trinary code.
Mhm.
But it does take you you get a sense. A 13, so that's 2 successes. It'll take you a little while,
Sure.
but you start getting a sense of, oh, we lost Josh. Josh.
Oh, am I not here?
The camera fell
Oh.
over, I think.
The camera did in
System
fact
got it.
fall. Oh.
Oh, celebration! No, wait.
Tripod error.
The game drops Ob 10.
Oh no!
Who knows? It was the Sabbat the whole time.
I'm gonna turn the camera off briefly while I adjust the tripod.
Okay. So yeah, Klaus, you were watching this. Let's see if. Let me look at your sheet and see what you got. You do not have mind. But yeah, you, Klaus, you kind of see, Petruchio do, you know, the whammy on this flaming piece of carpentry. And yeah, you also get this unnerving sense that it is looking at you, and it is communicating.
Okay. Is there anything I can do with a computer to see if I can interpret, like, what it means?
I'll allow you. You don't have quite as many bonuses.
No.
But I would allow, like, Petruchio, do you mention to Klaus, like, it's trying to communicate?
Yes.
It is a trinary code. Yeah, once you get that, you're like, oh, okay, I have a computer in my brain. I can figure this out. So you can also, I'll allow you to also add successes if you want to roll your own intelligence in computers.
I'm trying to work it out. We built a slate when we were experimenting with those recipes. I should be able to figure this out given enough time.
Yeah, so because Klaus, I mean, you're not an expert hacker, but you were basically designed to interface with the computer for your entire existence.
Yeah. So I assume that while I might not have the same background as Petruchio does, I still have some basis to understand at least what a computer is trying to say.
Based on who you talk to, you effectively are a living computer.
Yeah.
As disturbing as that is sometimes.
So that will be, I can do basic math. 5, 6 is 11.
Okay, so between the two of you, you get 4 successes.
Need my sticky note out.
You can't necessarily get, like, you're basically interpreting kind of conceptually what's going on. It is trying to communicate you, and you do get a sense that it's working really hard at trying to obey your command. It's just that it's still, like, kind of weird way of communicating. You get a sense of this entity, whatever it is, saying, I'm trapped. You're trapped. We're trapped. If I let you out, will you come back for us?
Oh shit. The thick plottings I see.
Spread the word. That's what we're here for.
That is literally our job.
Yep.
If I let you out, will you come back to get us all out?
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
Please state EXE parameters.
I think with a little bit of time, we can probably figure out a mode of protocol to actually get us out.
We need you to say it.
A binding
If
contract.
you let us out, we will make sure that you are released.
Okay, so since only Petruchio said that out loud,
This is some heavy stuff.
so Petruchio, you get a weird sense that a promise has just been made with a capital P. Like, you can't quite put your finger on it, but I'm not going to make you roll a cult for this. You're an Invictus, and at least in second ed, Invictus have their own kind of, we make a bargain and I make you follow it kind of thing. You have this weird, like, you can't quite put your finger on it. You haven't expended any vitae. This thing does not have a beast. You know that because you're a vampire, but like something like that has just happened. Your word is now your bond, and some kind of energy transfer has happened, but not the one you've seen happen. Like, it's weird. So what happens is the fire starts to spread across this kind of section of fencing. And then the fire kind of opens a kind of squared off patch of just darkness that is vaguely door-shaped.
Hey, look,
I
it
think
rhymes
we
with
should go
orange.
through.
You walk through?
I think we should go through.
I can see this, yes?
Yes, Klaus, you can also
Cool.
see this.
I assumed because it was, plural on both ends of that agreement. You let us out, we'll let you out. So yeah. I'll shrug and be like, I guess. Seems like a way out right there.
Quite.
Klaus, you didn't actually feel that same kind of thing that Petruchio did.
No, I didn't, but I did hear
Klaus
what
is not bound.
Petruchio said,
Yeah.
so...
Petruchio did make a promise, so it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do this. It'll be fine.
I didn't magically bind myself to the promise like Petruchio did, but of course I will help fulfill it, so...
Okay.
For
I'm not that
funsies!
much of an asshole.
Thanks, boss, for letting me out. I'm just gonna leave you high and dry now.
Okay, thanks, bye. Okay, just checking something real quick. In my many, many notes. Yeah, you're fine.
Let's make a deal.
What could possibly go wrong? Nothing!
There's an abomination on nerd.
So, do you two walk through this, doorway?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Boom. And, as you walk out, there is this, You're not still in the convention center. You're actually, like, a block away from the convention center, and you're walking out of a bathroom door in a coffee shop.
When is it?
You also now have 500.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do we have it right now? Do we have messages?
Going, boss!
You will just get a single text. What the fuck did we miss?
How the fuck do you lose a Von True? In this town! What?
20 messages away from an aneurysm at this point.
So yeah, we'll say it's been about an hour and a half since you went. Your devices all work now, which is awesome. It's been about an hour and a half since you've been in there. You can't tell at this point if it felt longer or shorter than that.
Yep. Sure. Start heading our way back.
also see
I
my
will.
message says-
I will text people. I will not read all of her messages. In fact, I will scroll past it. I know what was going on.
Oh,
More or
I
no.
less.
absorb all the messages at once and get a mild headache from it.
I'll read the back scroll later.
However, you just see my message and Bryce's confused reaction to going, "Hey, are you guys actually lost, or did you just leave Holiday behind because he was an asshole?" That's the only 2 extra messages in the main group chat.
Was
The
this
cloak
a
is-
planned deceit?
No, we weren't lost. We were trapped. There's some kind of being trapped inside the simulation that was holding us hostage. We made a deal. We need to talk. We're going to want to talk to the creator. I put in quotes.
I will
So
forward. I
meanwhile,
will
Dune,
forward
you now get
that,
you get an email from Orchard saying, "Hey, your 2 friends just walked out of a hedge gate, but not one in the convention center, a block or so away from the convention center."
Orchard, it seems that there is something being held in the video game against its will. Did you say that it was a sentient sort of firewall that you encountered?
It definitely seemed to be, but it did not behave like other AI injected firewalls.
And you said they came out of a hedge gate.
Yes, that is a known hedge gate in that coffee shop bathroom.
Well, my thanks to you, Orchard, that now that they have been found, you may revert to the other resources to other tasks. We will attempt to make sure that this particular game is not eating people.
I will continue monitoring the situation because, and you get a sense of this is probably an IM conversation at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
I can definitely appreciate not wanting other things in your
I am
territory.
concerned for the safety of the city's citizens.
So I'm curious. Does Orchard try to contact us?
Well, she's not actually on your Slack. Are they?
I know.
Well, right now they're just talking with Dune because Dune was the one that called in the favor. But if invited, like they could show. Or
I just don't know Orchard's involved. Otherwise, I would reach out to Orchard. But
I will forward the emails from Orchard to you, but not the IM conversation, because I'm not that technically savvy. And the emails come with a forward button, and the messages don't.
yeah,
I find it
Orchard's-
interesting that we assume that IM and email is different in this, like, different platforms in this far-flung future.
and yet we might as well assume that our IM is arbitrarily difficult to email out or copy into a file
I would assume it would be. I mean,
for no good reason.
yeah,
No,
as
I
a remnant of human past.
I reject that notion. You can easily email an
Okay.
IM conversation now, for fuck's sake.
Dune just fat fingers it. He doesn't like doing it.
Doop 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 doop. Yeah. So Orchard does say, I am not alerting emergency services yet because I do not know if this is their jurisdiction. But I will continue to monitor the situation because I am concerned for the safety of our citizens.
Seems fair. Whatever is in there appears to be code. It is also intelligent and is trapped. It's ternary. What kind of code is ternary?
Honestly, Patricio, there's binary, everything from binary to base 10 is used all over the galaxy for a variety of reasons.
That's
Yeah,
very-
fair. But whatever its substrate is, it's running on ternary logic.
So yeah, meanwhile, Holiday, are you still you get to the security office and there's a line because, while this is the future and while people are a bit better about all the bullshit, things still happen. People, people reporting problems with the security systems, or problems with people, or people who are acting out who are not otherwise caught by security, or in some cases were caught by security. But eventually you make your way up to the front of the line, and there is, a young guy at the desk. He's like, "Hi, how can I help you?"
Hi. I will activate one of my changeling abilities.
Ooh.
I'm going to activate
Be crime, do magic!
Mask of Superiority.
Ah, yes.
The one where he thinks I'm one of his bosses.
Now, is it that he believes you to be his boss, or just sort of feels compelled to treat you like a boss?
Let me check the ability again real quick. But I think I'm treated as a higher ranking member of his organization. Do not have that particular thing in front of me. Give me a second.
So it's like psychic paper.
But better. So I can
I like
affect an entire
this.
group of people with it.
Mm.
Right.
Well, so can the doctor.
Yeah.
Look!
He can't trick security systems, though.
Oh, yes.
No, that's for the sonic screwdriver. I mean,
This is fair.
For now, we'll just go with he responds as if you were a figure of authority within his purview, and he must obey. So we can get to specifics later. Yes, sir. How can I help you?
I need you to pull up the security camera feed for this security camera. I pull up the one that's covering that particular exit for the last 2 days.
Yes, sir. And all right, so Mask of Superiority does require a roll.
Excellent.
So
I have 10 dice on that roll.
well, yeah. Well, no, yeah. Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Or rather, you get a plus 10 on that roll.
Even better.
Jesus Christ.
17.
Okay, did you... Alright, so, yeah, so on rolls like that, you can still crit fail if you roll a 1, but it sounds like you didn't, so...
No, I rolled a 7.
Yay. Okay, so 17, that is 4 successes. So yeah, he regards you as security boss, is like, alright, yes sir, and he just goes to his little computer next to him, and swivels the screen over, or rather, he's bringing it up, and he's like, alright, what, do you want me to transfer this to another device, or
Yeah,
what do you want me to look
transfer it
for?
over to my phone.
Sure thing. He's like,
While he's doing that, could you play it at max rapid speed?
yes sir.
I'm just watching to see if anybody leaves that door.
Yeah, so it's going pretty fast, but and because it's the future, it's not that it's skipping frames, it's just playing them all very quickly. It's like, sir, is there anything you want me to have the security system look for, or do you just want a general scene?
Look for people who are actually exiting the door that camera's facing.
Okay, yes sir.
And if you could tag those in the video footage for me, so that I can just skip directly to them.
Okay, so
And then I'll put him in for accommodation for the day.
yeah, he sets that up, and what you can see pretty clearly is no one is coming out of that door.
Yeah, that was the bad feeling I had.
It does pick up when you went behind to take a look at it, and then when Dune was hanging out there, and the redheaded girl, but still no one's coming out, and no one's come out of that door since you had the little redheaded girl watching it.
Okay. Can I send a message to her?
Did you get her contact info?
I think no, I don't remember picking it up.
Well, Dune's not still staying there because you told him.
Yeah, I'll send a note to Dune. Ask the redhead if, because I can still see Dune on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the redhead if the system says anyone's come out of that door.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
Can I get a date and time on the last person who came out of this door according to the system?
And she kind of goes to her Bluetooth and is like, and asks the question of presumably her boss Marcus, and she's like, he's having some trouble finding that data, he says. Huh.
I'll
But
be
I mean,
down.
no, I haven't seen anyone come out of here since I've been standing here, so I guess we don't have that many people in there.
But the system did say that people had come out of here before.
I mean, I assume so. I didn't look at it myself.
Could you ask your boss, please?
And she, she does. Hey Marcus, how many people have exited the game since you mean today or like the last couple days?
Since you started it up.
Yeah, how many people have exited? Okay, he said I believe she gives a say it's like 800 people have been in and out, but just it seems to have slowed down the last couple hours, so no one's come out in a while.
And how many people are in there currently?
Hey Marcus, how many people are in there right now? Okay, he says only about wait, how many did you say? Okay, he says there's 50 people in there, give or take.
And how many people have entered? Not exited, just entered in the last since you set it up.
Well, that was 800 people. So
800 people in and out. Okay.
So
I'll head back down.
I've always been passing you these statistics as I get them.
you just plug them into your
Yeah.
thing.
Then I'll be running down my memory of all, since I used to do things involving logistics and figuring out where things went. I'm gonna start running down through my eidetic memory where all the computer cores we used to train military personnel were and where they were sent and where they might have been located in the last 60 years.
Okay, you're thinking of the specific pieces of equipment that you worked with personally, or
no, just everybody. Since I was in the logistics arm of that particular organization. And I'm just running down computer cores and computer data and things like that.
To be honest, well, the military definitely doesn't release its hardware for civilian use. Unless A, someone's really rich, or B, it is stolen, C, both.
We're looking for category C.
So you're talking about any heists you've heard of, or
any heist, equipment that's gone missing, anything that disappeared, anything that fell off a truck, anything that was decommissioned because it was dangerous and then went missing?
Generally, you don't. So the problem with this, well, you've been out of that branch of the military for a while, and basically since that was all core or I believe they had their charter from the Corps, correct? Why am I blanking on this since my game?
The Marines?
The Marines.
The Expeditionary Force was organized in the Corps where I'm from.
Yes.
Then we were sent out.
Right. Generally, it is as difficult to get hot technology out of the core sometimes, especially if it's military grade and military designed and used, almost as hard as getting people out. They are generally, and especially since your division was disbanded, and then all Supernaturals were marked as hostile, shoot on sight, like that shit doesn't get out very much. You really haven't heard any on your level of black market, especially given your connections with the Merchant Marine. Like, it is very rare to hear about military grade equipment being stolen directly from the Corps. You really, like, you thinking about it, and while the technical specs are probably out for a few kinds of, distributors, the specific equipment itself, like, you can't imagine that getting out of the Corps easily. Like, based on the criminals, they, it's However, it might be easier to like transfer data rather than physical materials, so perhaps the technological specs might have gotten out or been stolen or hacked.
Okay.
So, and it's like, you know,
I'm
It-
running through. I'm run, in my big list of computer things. I'm running through the programs, the operating systems, the things that would be used to secure a system like this. To build one.
well,
Since
like
I
I
have,
it was used for it was developed for military training, but since then, you know, the patents have been sold to megacorps, and you know, this is not an unusual kind of video game. It is kind of weird to, you know, make it a farming game rather than combat, but you have heard of things like this.
okay.
So,
Well, I'm on my way back to the rest of the crew.
but yeah, you can start thinking about the technical specs as you remember them, and you know, because you were also talking to the dev for a while.
Yeah.
So this wouldn't be able, like, unless he is like secretly the head of a megacorp, he wouldn't be able to get the exact military grade equipment that you were used to dealing with.
But he might have the software that went with it. That might have been able to. That might have gotten loose.
Yeah, like people would probably have released technical specs for commercial use and software, or even, you know, software is just data. It would have been more easy to steal than the equipment itself.
Okay. Well, then I'm headed back to the rest of the crew, try to figure out what's going on. I will send a note to the company Slack that yeah, we're no one's come out in 2 days.
Oh, so Voodoo Lou Kerensky, the military does do DRMO, Defense Reutilization and Marketing Office, now known as Defense Logistics Agency Disposition Services, equipment that is obsolete. Yes, but this is a totalitarian government. They don't share their shit with nobody.
If it's obsolete, it gets recycled.
Yeah.
Right.
So that definitely happens in the real world. Not in this one.
I was gonna say, while we're kind of between scenes here, it's a little after 8:30, and I
Okay.
would like to take a break if we are
That's a good
able.
plan.
Okay. Yes, I think it is. My alarm was just about to go off, so sure. Chat, this is about the time where we take a 10-minute break. I will probably be using this time to try and fix the widgety thing.
And Josh can fix his camera.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so we will change the save screen for about 10 minutes. And yeah, so I will set my timer, and chat, we will see you in 10 minutes. So if you have any questions, just ask me in chat because I will probably be there. So okay. Audio. Chat, we're back. That is the wrong audio. Nope. Yep. Chat, we're back. I almost know what I'm doing. Yay!
Huzzah!
At least my players are having fun. Okay. That's like, phew, I haven't screwed everything up tonight. Anyway, so chat, just like to remind again, as I did in chat, we are so close to 50 followers. And once we get 50 followers, then we can start applying for affiliate status. And if we ever get approved for affiliate status, then we can have fun in-game buy-ins with channel points. So if y'all could, you know, poke some friends on Twitch, like, just follow this channel. They're fine. They only stream once a week at this point, you know? They're chill, they're laid back. If you have nothing else to do on a Saturday night, they're here to do weird sci-fi / urban fantasy shenanigans. And weird weird plots involving indie video games and a tabletop game. It's so meta.
And a geese.
And a goose. Well, so far just goose, but you know.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible goose.
Yes.
The terrible, horrible, no good, very bad goose.
Yes, there was a gullmoth a few episodes ago that looked like a horrible goose. That was fun. It's like when the abyss comes a honkin', hide. And hide your shiny things.
valuables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo! So yes,
Gulmoth stealing shiny things, but also children's lollipops and just random stuff.
And definitely follow us on all our social media accounts for just stuff and see what we're doing and when we're having games or main campaign or one shot or guest players, etc. So, but now that we have a nice 5 players, you'll notice, unfortunately, Trixie isn't here tonight because, you know, she is a college student and it is finals time.
Dead week.
Yeah. But now that we have 5 regular players, you know, that's fine. And this is why I wanted to increase the cast. And thank you all again for joining. Thank you all players for continuing on in this strange, madcap, badly organized journey of mine into amateur TTRPG streaming. But yeah,
We're here for it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I had to redo all of our overlays, but that is something I'm willing to do because I remembered I know how to use Photoshop and it's great. Hey, swans aren't happy birds either. Yeah, I was considering. What's even funnier is that the evil goose was originally going to be Klaus's avatar until I remembered, oh, NWoD mages don't have avatars. So I'm like, what else could this be? Could it be their shadow? No, that's first ed. Oh wait, second ed. Paradox can actually summon abyssal creatures. I yes and game. Yes and. So speaking of game, yeah, so Dracus, or rather Klaus and Petruchio, you are free from this weird indie game and its weirdness.
So my plan is to head back in and confront the person who coded this game that is clearly a gate into the hedge.
Or something.
Or something.
Let me get my notes. Notes.
But yeah, we do need to go talk to this guy.
Yep.
Marcus.
Especially since from the accounts on the chat system that I've glanced at and that you've actually read and thoroughly, sounds like he's kind of hiding something.
Yeah, or he's completely ignorant on what the fuck he's created, which might be worse.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody actually told Jimothy that you guys are no longer missing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we did post that we're no longer missing.
Because we had to respond to Holidays group, the group chat that Holidays in, which is not the one that Dune and Pricely are in independently. So like,
right,
we would have responded in both, I think.
Yeah.
In which case, I would probably just take my leave genteelly of the redheaded woman and head out to intercept probably Holiday, honestly.
Okay, where are you all? Are you all gonna just meet up at the video game booth, or are you gonna meet up at a secondary location?
Probably meet up here, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, Petruchio and I are gonna have to walk a bit regardless, so.
Yep. Because somehow we ended up a block away.
One whole city block.
It's quite a significant distance at a con.
I don't even know how long a block is. I'm used to New York, a block is a 20th of a mile. But I have been to other parts of even this country where that is not the case anymore.
Is that the
Josh, it's safe to
the
assume
rule?
that I go by New York City standards since we
Uh-huh.
both live here, so that's fine.
blocks
mean,
are
this-
so inconsistent in
It's
everywhere
just
I
2
have
blocks
lived.
away. It was a mile and a half.
I've
You
done
mean
that
avenue block or street block?
when, when there's only one place with free parking, you park there and then you walk wherever the hell you need to walk.
Yeah.
But I have in fact gotten, directions from like hotel people, staff and things in blocks. And that is very,
To me, a block is the distance between 2 streetlights. That's it. I don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
New York.
Right, but the streetlights are much more consistent in Dallas. Like, you try to walk between Chaparral and Bethany, and that's the better part of a mile.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we'll see how well I can remember my notes as we're gaming. So, yeah. Alright, so you all reconvene. Presley is still off with the rugby team, which is probably for the best, because you kind of want to know where they are
Yeah,
before
Gotta
you
keep
start.
kind
tabs
of
on
hoping to
them.
wrap this up before, or at least to get marching orders to let me go back to the rugby team before we have to go to the party.
Okie doke. Alright, so you all reconvene. What do you do? There are still, young kawaii people taking selfies around the cartoony, structures and props, and, there are still people, walking, a few employees walking around answering people's questions, and Marcus Bunyip is still next to that, entryway into the VR tent.
You do realize that this is not what the countryside looks like? I ask of Marcus.
I'm gonna walk over to Marcus.
Um,
I'll kind of just follow along for the moment because I really don't know like how the rest of the group wants to approach this. I'm not particularly happy at the moment, but I don't know if we're gonna be like walking up and just like going, "Hey, guess what your game is? We've got an issue with this," or if we're gonna like be a little more subtle about that.
That's a good question.
I'm not here to take point on this social interaction, although I am happy to try to scare the shit out of him if we must.
Dune's still irked that he's trying to sell us as the countryside, and he's just like, no. This is not what the countryside looks like. Damn.
That's what you're worried about.
Damn,
Sure.
these slickers will give us all a bad name. But, I wasn't caught by this thing.
okay, so, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, something weird just happened. Probably only I heard it. It's fine. Is anyone particularly studying this individual as you all walk back? If you
Sure.
are,
Yeah, probably.
roll wits subterfuge
I think I'm pretty good at
or
that.
wits empathy, whichever is higher for you.
Does the lying specialty help here? Just curious.
I'll allow that
Uh-huh.
for reasons.
That's why I asked.
What'd you say the two of them were?
Wits empathy or subterfuge, whichever is higher.
Oh, they're
I got
15.
15, so 3 successes.
Nice.
Yep. So we have 3 successes from each of us. Also both.
Okay, so
14, and that's a really fucking good roll for me, because I have a plus... Actually got a 13. I got a plus 4 to that.
luckily Marcus rolled only 2 successes on his composure subterfuge roll. Holiday, do you want in on this, or are you gonna hold back?
25.
Oh yeah. So basically, Holiday. We'll hold on to that.
That, and I already suspected that something was wrong the first time I talked to him.
So you other three who are not changelings, as you are approaching, Marcus, retains his composure, but y'all can tell he was not expecting to see Klaus and Petruchio.
Ever again.
Holiday, what you would see is that, like, you get the sense from him of, like, he's still maintaining his composure, but you are, a social, a min-maxed social monkey. So you get almost a sense of, like, if this goes badly one way or another, this is going to be a fight or flight situation for this guy. Like, maybe it's because he's a beast, but, like, you get a sense of an animal trying to decide whether or not it is trapped or not.
I'll send a note to Dune over the company Slack real quick. Be prepared for a jackrabbit.
I will casually take a few steps to the left into the nearest, I can tell as a person, especially as a bounty hunting mercenary, which would be the best way for him to, exit the situation. And I'm going to step into his line of exit. Or should I roll for that?
Okay, roll, let's see, Dune's sheet. That would be... Okay, so... What would that roll be?
Streetwise?
Yeah, I would say intelligence streetwise. And
Okay.
just roll it.
Alrighty. Do I get the plus for Eden system?
The what?
Specialty Eden system. Do I get a plus for it?
Not... Actually, yeah, I will allow for that bonus in this circumstance.
Okay. Which brings me up to, yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Just don't ace it.
I got an 11.
Okay, so that's 2 successes. So on one hand, you can pretty much figure out, okay, so this would be the easiest way for him to, run, jump out of here. And then you remember, because you are a local to Eden system, that you can account for mundane means of escape, but not necessarily magical ones.
I don't know.
So
Even if I could, you wouldn't be escaping into the hissel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the one you know best, but ironically, you've probably been to the hedge more often than the Hysil at this point, because Eden system.
Right.
So you
But
can...
I'm still very much on this side of the gauntlet, a very physical kind of wolf blood. So I will take the step into the physical exit means.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. You can adapt that. Say you have, like, a +1 forward for that roll if he tries to escape through mundane means.
As opposed to this hench mage right behind him.
Funny that.
I'm not a changeling, and there's nothing I can do about that.
So, yeah, he just sort of stiffly, hello again. So, how did you enjoy the game?
Oh, it was delightful.
Oh, good.
It's fascinating.
One of my employees is manning the exit door. Did you stop with her for a survey?
Oh, see, that's
no.
the thing.
We took another way out. I smile, and I will in fact try to dominate him.
Okay. Let me check my notes.
turns out we're both pretty pissed.
As soon as I notice that Patricia's trying to do this, I'm going to casually, do that thing where you shuffle your jacket back and stick your hands in your pockets, but now your hands are kind of inside your jacket, too.
So reaching for a firearm?
It doesn't look like it, but yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
That's fine. I'm not a super strict person on, no, it takes an action to draw a weapon. No. That's not fun for anyone.
No, but I do kind of expect it to take... If I'm not, ready to draw, I might not have the time to do it, so I'm gonna, casually do the jacket thing.
Okay, so, Petruchio, roll for Mesmerize.
Sure. I will spend a willpower on this. Why not?
Yep.
So I needed it. So it was 7 plus 3 for his willpower, so 10, 14.
Okay, and he cannot... It looks like Mesmerize, at least he does not get a resist, so... Which is...
Does he not? I thought you did get a resist.
Oh, yeah, I think you should. So I'm gonna say, okay.
And I think you do get to add your potency, whatever that is, for changelings.
Yeah, so their power stat, effectively.
Yep.
Okay, so resolve plus power stat for this guy is... Ooh, you rolled it. That's a 10. So... And that's another 10.
Damn it, why couldn't Orchard have been rolling like this earlier?
So that's a 28. You do not dominate this guy.
Nope.
Whoops. And I just decided to not re-roll the second 10 he rolled.
I don't need a dramatic failure here.
I mean, it's not a botch. It's just a dramatic failure. That's fine. But yeah, he's like, what can I do for you? I would say with a 28, he's also maybe a little bit aware that you just tried to whammy him.
Fair is fair. So what exactly is this game? Really?
Like I said, it is a VR...
Just between us.
Yeah, it's a VR simulation. The scan helps the game interface with your neural pathways in a non-invasive way.
So what about the part where it's a hedge gate?
Or the part where it's sentient.
Well, we
One at a
enact
time.
it. I don't understand. It's not a hedge gate. It's just a VR simulation. But yeah, I do enact. There is some AI injected into the software to make it a bit more interactive and a bit more fun.
Uh-huh. The AI
And
is...
where precisely did you get that AI from, I would ask?
It's just a standard,
I will
AI
roll
that...
I will roll subterfuge here and wits.
So will he.
Yeah, he will.
I would like to smell the bullshit.
I think I want to say in response to that,
16.
like, I tested a lot of VR
successes.
upstairs, and this does not seem standard. I mean, I could see why that would make it cool and, like, breakthrough, but...
Okay, Petruchio, how many successes did you get?
3.
Okay, again, he only got 2, so yeah, you can tell he's bullshitting you.
He's just lying through his teeth.
There's like... Yeah, well, not through his teeth, like... Especially as a computer coder yourself, like, it sounds sound, like, that is kind of what happened when you went in there, but it's just like he's definitely leaving out this big block of information. So you get this weird sense that he's not telling you the truth. It's just that he's leaving out a big part of it. that this is how the tech works, but like he's lying by omission for some other rather important parts of the system.
Okay, shift away to somebody else because I have hot boiling water at the moment that wants to become tea.
Okay. So, would anyone else like to shake down the game dev?
Sure. There's no reason this has to become anything hostile. My friend would just like to know how your technology works. All of it. The whole thing.
Are you making any kind of roll?
Oh yeah, I'm going to employ fast talk, persuasion, that entire thing I'm really, really good at.
Yes.
The thing that I think I ace, that I roll again on 8s.
Yes. Haha.
Well, 8 plus 8. Okay, I've got 20 on the dice. You wanna, let's see.
I think you're at a plus 10.
I think it's worse than that. Is that manipulation or a presence?
In this case, it would have to be presence.
Awesome, I'm better at presence.
Good.
So 4 plus, let's see, persuasion, that's 7. I also have 5 ranks in fast talking and, things. I'm at 27 with bonuses so far.
Okay.
Plus I have fast talking 5.
Well, this guy only got a 20.
Joke's on him.
So
Got 3 more successes than he did. No, 2 more. I can math.
I need to start building scarier NPC. Well, this one's scary. This one has his moments.
And none of the rest of us could do this. Only he.
Yeah, if we didn't have Holiday and Trix were out, we we would be fucked.
No, this would have turned into punching very quickly.
Yes.
In the middle of a convention.
Yep.
Which I'd like to avoid.
And then humanity rolls for everyone.
And so, you don't have exactly, because he did still roll a 20. So he kind of looks at you and he's like, there's an easy way for you to I think discern how the technology works if you just look at it a little bit more closely. I mean, go in if you want, but and he kind of points to that first little gate that you walk in when you scan. And I mean, if you want in on it.
Would you be willing to walk in first?
Absolutely. I designed this scenario.
You did, and when it wasn't going to be ready enough time, what did you put in to make sure it would work?
Oh no, we were right on schedule for everything.
You know that thing I asked you about an hour and a half ago before they went in? That thing that you told me that this was most assuredly not that thing? Is it that thing?
I forget that scene.
It's the, is this an opium den for changelings?
Oh no.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's still definitely not that.
It could be. Real easy.
I would like to open up my instant message to Orchard.
Wait, does it seem like when
And
he's
I'll
saying
say Holiday in particular, he is staring very pointedly at you and inviting you to take a closer look at his shit.
I will take a closer look at his shit.
he's trying to Gretel you?
Say what?
Gretel, as in Hansel. You first.
No.
Well, there is that piece right there at the start, which is the scanner bar thingy. What is the roll for kenning again?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I do not recall.
You know what? Because I'm blanking. Well, you're at like. Oh wait. It says morality, so you're at standard.
I'm clarity 5.
Clarity 5? Okay, that sounds low, but okay. I believe you get bonuses to kenning. Did I write down those notes? I think I didn't, because I am not good at this. All right.
Well, my starting clarity is equal to my wits plus my composure, and those are not high stats for me.
Ooh. Okay, so
That night used to kill people for a living.
I believe the roll for kenning is, let's say it's wits plus clarity.
Okay.
And this won't affect your clarity depending on what you learn. But yeah, with the 28, you read the subtext of, dude, take a closer look at the technology.
I got a 16.
Great. That is 3 successes. So you're looking at the bar that is used to scan the neural interface. And, you know, I lied or I don't know, lied. I think this might actually invoke a clarity check for you, because this thing doesn't scan as, at first you're like, okay, maybe it's like the changeling equivalent of a treasure, like a magical artifact or magically souped up technology. You don't get that. It scans as a changeling.
It isn't. So it's. Oh.
So I think I'm gonna need you to make a clarity check.
Okay, I have clarity 5, so roll 5 dice and don't die.
Let me actually. The morality draw relates to the level of shock to your mental system, rather than what you are currently at. So
Okay.
you are at 5.
Yes.
Okay, let me take a look at the second ed rules. Okay, we'll say this would count as discovering that someone lied to you about something important. We'll say it's on that level. So that is a 4 dice roll.
Okay. So I'm gonna re-roll one of these because I've only got 3 dice handy.
That's fine. So only 8, 9s, and 10s count as successes.
Okay, first roll is 8, 9, 6. So let me roll the last
so
die.
2.
And a 10.
Okay, so that's 3 successes.
Yeah.
Did you roll any 1? Oh, so you didn't
No.
roll any 1s. Okay,
I rolled-
so you got 3 successes. You get to stay at clarity 5, but wow, you feel gross. It's like losing a humanity. It's like succeeding at a humanity check in Vampire. You keep your humanity, you keep your clarity, you keep your mental state, but it's like, that is fucked up. What? And you feel kind of gross.
There's a changeling in this system, isn't there? Is that the vibe I'm getting?
This changeling is using another changeling as equipment, is literally objectifying them. That is on the level of what you know who does.
Okay, because I just went full ogre as I spin around with my light blade in my hand.
You're still entitled to being angry.
Oh yeah.
You failed you passed your check.
I'm wrath.
Yeah.
This is in my wheelhouse.
Woohoo.
The magic of the trench coat space has produced a sonic shotgun for me.
Okay, do you actually...
I'm not going full lethal in a fucking crowd of civilians, but if he's turning around full ogre with a weapon out, I've also got a weapon out now.
Okay, what weapon do you have, Holiday?
I have a lightsaber.
Is this I forget, is this a mundane item or a hedge-based item?
No, this is a regular one.
Yeah, no, it's a technology-based weapon.
I don't pack hedge very often.
That's fine. There are lightsabers. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, copyright infringement. What did you got? Laser sword?
I believe it's called light blade.
Light blade.
Yeah.
Light blade.
That's fine.
Flame blade. Okay.
I have my foam light blade.
So, yeah, let's roll some initiatives. Or I assume you are attacking him?
I I haven't decided yet. We're going to see if we go to threats first or if we just go immediately to punch. I'm not sure what my mental state's like.
Okay. Well, relatively good because you passed your clarity check. Because viewers, if Holiday had failed, he would have gone down to 4 clarity, and with changelings, their morality or integrity stat is directly related to how well they interpret the world around them and reality, and changeling is effed up, I tell you. So, yeah. Alright, so if you're not just going to immediately attack, he is going to go on the defensive, and thus we are in combat rounds.
Right. I figured that
So.
that something was going to happen.
Yeah.
And we're rolling
Well,
what?
since he
D10?
went, hey, look at this thing, which is totally a transformed changeling.
D10 or D12 for that? Wait,
D10.
D10. It's D10 for everything.
All D10s.
Okay.
And the roll for initiative is just D10 plus what?
Dex plus
Your-
composure.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
your initiative modifier is Dex plus
Oh,
composure.
15.
Quit copying me.
13.
9.
Okay, I'll write down mine. 6 minus 14. All right, what was everyone's? Sorry, I had to roll my.
15.
Okay. Dune is 15. Klaus, hold your hands up again, dear. That's a 9. Okay.
Yeah.
K9. Lol. Holiday, what was yours?
15.
And Patricia, what was yours?
13.
Okay, so Dune and Holiday both rolled 15s. Who has the higher dex? Or who has the higher
Modifier?
modifier?
Plus 6.
She does.
Okay.
Sorry. Dune does.
Okay. So
Idiot.
Dune, Holiday. And Petruchio, and then Klaus. We are now in combat rounds. So Dune, do you act first, or will you be holding your action?
I'm gonna be holding my action, but I do want to say something to him. Because speaking is a free action.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
I don't know what exactly you've got there that set off my friend, or at least my current associate, but it seems to me that it is something that perhaps you should share with the rest of us.
Okay, so that a turn is like 3 seconds, so that took a few people's turns, but yeah, you say that. Holiday, what do you do?
I will simply say it's a changeling and advance on him very quickly. Blade held out.
Okay, are
So
you
that
actually...
everyone in our immediate area knows what this is and why danger close has been enacted.
Okay, so do you actually take a swing at him?
Not yet.
Okay, are you, so that is your whole action?
I'm probably gonna get hit here in a second, but yeah, I'll
Try
Do
to
you want to
intimidate him?
position yourself somewhere,
I'm
like
not
say
going to
between
intimidate
him and the door, for instance?
yeah, I'm standing between since I'm by the machine, I'm between him and it.
Okay. Alright, so... Hold... So, Bonyip goes next. And he is going to try and do a runner. So that will be... I'll say Dex Survival, which isn't a great roll for him, but we will see. Ooh, but he rolled a 10. So... 14... Alright, so... He rolled a 19 to try and get past you and escape. However, you were already in the way, so I'll allow you to make a contested roll against him to stop him. it
Is
will
that the Dex
be...
plus survival?
Can I?
Well, for him, it's Dex plus survival. For you, it would be...
Dex plus brawling.
Yeah, because you're... whether you're trying to grapple him or just knock him aside, that'll
Put my
be...
sword. Will putting my sword through him stop him?
I mean, you can add, what, did you write down bonuses for the sword?
I have it actually up in front of me.
Oh, cool. What is it? 'Cause I forgot to
A
write
light
that.
sword, damage +2, size 3, tags, piercing 2, concealable, because when it's deactivated, it's just the handle.
Okay, we'll say it gives you a +2 to intercept, whether, in that case, if you're trying to intercept with the sword, then that would be weaponry rather than brawl.
Okay. Cool. Let's see how this works. Oh, please, baby Jesus, roll high. Okay, I'm officially keeping this die forever. 29.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Excellent.
We're listed as 18 and up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you used weaponry?
Yes.
So yeah, you basically, are you running him through, or are you just sort of smacking him with the blade?
Oh no, I'm impaling him on the blade and holding him there so he's not getting away.
Okay, so,
I like how you game.
so that, you said you rolled a 29?
Yeah.
So...
Bear in mind, I only have a +3 bonus to hit with a sword.
Yeah.
I am not a combatant. Just so you're all aware for the next time this happens.
I am not a combatant. So you got 4 successes on him, so we'll say that does it specifically say if this does ag damage rather than lethal?
Does not say that.
Okay, then we'll say for now it is lethal damage. You get 4 lethal on this guy, and so that is...
Oh, that'll give him some penalties.
Oh, yeah.
So, since I wasn't able to use this as a reaction, since he's definitely trying to do a runner now, and he's kind of impaled, I would like to shoot him with a sonic shotgun to knock him the fuck over.
Okay.
And stun him. Because those are the 2 modifiers on the sonic shotgun, are stun and knockdown. And that would definitely be bashing damage.
Okay, roll it. He, I believe, cannot... I'm not gonna make him defend, because why? He's impaled.
Yep.
It's a little
and that's,
distracted.
Strength and firearms, or?
Sure, strength firearms.
Cool. That puts me at +9. I just gotta not fail this.
That's right, okay.
That's a 2, so I got 11.
Okay, so I'll say is prone. So what kind... Does that also do lethal?
It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't say, but the tags on it are stun and knockdown, so I'm gonna say it's probably just bashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much bashing damage?
So you got 2 successes, so we'll say 2 bashing.
Yep.
Are his eyes still open?
Yes, his eyes are
Good.
still open.
How much
He
bashing
is
damage
very
do I take for-
dazed.
Yeah. So let's see if I can make him more dazed. I will stare into his eyes.
Yep, it is your turn. So, okay.
Question.
Yes.
How much bashing damage do I take for being right next to the person who got hit with the sonic shotgun?
I would
I
say...
said I'm a professional.
I would say since Dune did not botch that roll, and Dune is Dune, that, yeah, you're fine this time. It was just a concentrated enough back. It's not like, Thunderwave.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
this is a concentrated blast. Otherwise, why the fuck would it be a firearm?
And also, this is why I'm not using pellet shotgun or slug shotgun.
I will say that this has, once the weapons were drawn, security went, "Whoop," but security can't roll for initiative until next round. But we'll see if we even get to a second round. Patricio, so...
I don't know what his defenses are, but that's a 12 on dominate. On
Okay, resistance is reflexive.
Yep.
But I will say this guy is taking a penalty.
Yep.
So resolve plus powers. So, okay, so this guy rolled a 10. What did you roll?
12.
Yeah, so it's still like, this guy's strong. This guy's wily for a non-vampire and resisting my stuff, but yeah, you managed to, he kind of is like, you definitely got him this time.
He was also stunned, so,
Yeah.
you know.
I say with this much damage, he's rolling at -4.
Right, I didn't spend a vitae to get that, so I can spend one to keep him under for longer.
Yeah. And actually program him.
Yep.
Oh, the irony.
Let's just do the do nothing except obey my commands hack, because even it's actually in the description of Iron Edict of what you usually do.
Okay. Does it say, how long does it say that lasts?
I'm not even sure I actually need Iron Edict for that, but that's but no, you do. Let's see. The victim takes the dominated condition and will follow the vampire's commands as soon as you're speaking them until the sun comes up.
Oh, easy.
Yep.
There you go.
That's good.
Nice,
Yeah,
easy.
it's like 5 p.m. in the afternoon. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
Oh, space. Oh, infinite edge. Well, we don't really call it that. But... Oh, and what in space? Anyway, yeah, so...
Yeah, he stops being mesmerized after the mesmerized ends, and now he's simply bound to obey my command until the sun comes up.
Okay, Klaus, is there anything you would like to do?
I'm trying to figure out if it would be within my capabilities to make it so that anybody else in this vicinity will look the other way.
Okay, someone should play interference here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that, but I'm looking at the books at the moment to try to figure out whether or not that's even something I am capable of doing.
Game with the foam sword.
I mean, with death too, you could summon something scary and ghosty to scare everyone away, but it's time, the weapons are kind of already doing that.
Yeah,
There are some rubberneckers, but they're keeping their distance.
I have an idea. Klaus,
Aye.
a little odd, but I need you to hit me with something edged.
Edged?
Yes.
Klaus looks at their foam light sword.
Should I get the foam light sword?
I have a knife in my pocket.
Yeah, this ain't gonna cut it.
I have a knife in my pocket. Just trust me.
Okay, and you want me to just, like, shank you with this?
A slicing motion, if you please.
Okay, slicing, got it. I guess I will reach into Dune's pocket and get the knife, and
I'll forgo my defense for this.
That's fine, and you know, Klaus used to have
I
a
mean,
medical
I'm an
license.
excellent pickpocket, but
Before this gets too far, although we're still technically in combat time, I will tell my victim, tell them it's fine. We had a disagreement. We resolved it. There's nothing wrong going on.
Yes.
You're fine.
Well, that will be. I'll say that's next.
Yeah, that's
section,
fine.
But,
Just do it. Trust me, I know what I am doing.
yeah, Klaus, I won't even make you roll for that since you know you used to have a medical license. You know how to wield a scalpel.
Yep.
I sure
You
do.
slice me open, but instead of getting, muscle like you're expecting, you get a layer of bloody fur. And anybody who sees it gets hit with lunacy. Because it's the liar's skin.
I'm totally blanking on what that means, but I will take your word for it, and
So,
yeah.
I did some reading earlier. Lunacy is people's defense against the weird...
Well, yeah, I know what lunacy is. It's just, I forgot the liar's skin part.
Yeah, the liar's skin
okay.
is Dune's major tell.
Huh.
And the liar's skin is whenever you cut him open, instead of getting flesh or whatever, you get bloody fur like he's got a second skin underneath his own.
Ew.
It's pretty nasty, but it gives him +1
Okay.
armor. It gives him an extra armor, basically.
Oh, so it's another wolf blood tell.
Yeah, it's his original wolf blood tell.
Oh, right. It just
I
maybe...
seem to recall this being used at one point before, or at least mentioned, because it doesn't
Yes.
seem new to me.
All right. Well, yeah. So yeah, you just sort of, do you like cut open his arm or his hand or what?
Probably just like the back of his arm or wherever is going to cause the least amount of pain in the moment. So like,
So yeah, definitely people within, let's say, 10 feet of you suddenly like, who are like, should I run? Should I not? 'Cause,
Running suddenly becomes much better for them.
yeah, they go, and they just start running. Other people are still rubbernecking from maybe like 30 feet away. All of the little chibi Fen kids who were taking selfies ran as soon as, you know, someone drew a couple of weapons. But yeah, and security's definitely gonna... Let's roll for security. Security, you rolled poorly.
Good security. Good.
Okay, but are we even gonna so I dare say you have the target subdued.
Yep.
So do you continue beating the shit out of him?
Oh
I will
yeah.
try to get people to stand down.
okay, but we
I'm putting
still
away my lightsaber. but I
need some
feel
information from him.
My meat puppet, please. I mean,
No, my meat puppet.
yeah.
So, but yeah, but you did all like, so there's open carry on this planet and in this convention center, but you did all just start using weapons on someone, so security does have to get involved.
Yeah. When I get a chance, do I have a contact who is involved in the Concom who can maybe help interfere with this?
That might be more of a thing for after you're all detained.
Possibly,
But
yeah.
yes. Sure, but that may be a little too preemptive right now. So top of the round is Dune. Dune, are you going to hit the guy some more, or what?
I'm going to use... Let me find the thing. I did also buy a dynamic restraint system. So, this restraint system firmly conforms to a prisoner's body, holding them immobile in one of several pre-programmed positions.
Is this a plug-in you have, or a piece of technology you bought?
Equipment.
Okay.
Piece of technology I bought when I was shopping earlier. I did send you the list.
Oh, yeah, you did. And you're Merc Union,
Excellent.
so that's fine.
So this is like full body handcuffs.
Oh, I know I've seen this in a movie, and oh, why can't I remember
am
it?
thinking of Doctor Strange.
Yes, that is what I am thinking of.
Yeah.
All right. Does it require? What is the roll to activate?
It doesn't. Mechanical effects. This item is a daily fire restraint. It can be applied in combat using the restrain grapple action. Ba-ba-dum-ba-dum. Once the system has been used, it requires at least 24 hours to recharge and can realign before it can be used again. I guess just a grapple?
Yeah, so that's strength brawl.
I'm sure security, who's now presumably watching, it really likes this. But
yeah, they're coming. You definitely at the top of the round, you see security is starting to run towards you. But they are a bit away because they only rolled a 10 for initiative.
Cool.
So
that's a 9 plus 9 is 18 to restrain.
So that's 4 successes. So yeah, I dare say you also get a couple of bashing on him while you're restraining him. And yeah. But you no longer have to keep the sword in him.
you can pull that out.
I don't have to. No.
You don't have to.
I feel like it's making a twist.
So yeah, Holiday is next in the initiative order. What do you do, sir?
I will turn off my light blade and walk back to the changeling that's been transformed and see if there's any possible way I can think of to untransform this changeling.
Okay, it will be, we'll say it'll take an action for you to think about it, but you can make the roll now.
Okay.
That would be, I dare say that's intelligence and occult.
Hey, I've got both of those skills. Go me.
Ooh.
Go me. I can roll dice and stuff.
Mhm.
Intelligence and occult. Okay. I rolled a 10.
So that's one success. Well, I mean, he's some kind of changeling, or they are some kind of changeling. So presumably, if Marcus, if the dev was the one kind of forcing them to do this, like, you should just be able to talk them into transforming back.
Yep.
I will attempt to talk them. I'll start trying to talk to them while this thing's going on. I'm not letting anybody else get near this piece of equipment.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Making no contact the rest of the court while I.
Okay. Petruchio, does the mesmerize stuff say that the defender gets any more chances to try and blink out of it, or is it just like, no, you're stuck till dawn?
They're pretty much fucked.
Okay, then
Dominate is really annoying.
he just doesn't have an action this round.
I mean, once he's no longer mesmerized, he gets actions. He's just also under the Iron Edict.
Yeah, and also
so-
restrained. So, Petruchio,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Now, please tell us what you did and how we can undo it.
Well, it's not his turn now. So, well, he didn't take an action. So, okay, we can say he was holding his action. Until his new master went first. And he just says, because he only got 3 seconds, I am in, what does he say? It's like, I am bound to the simple life. I am here to feed it.
He's not the master.
I'll just, Von True Invictus, you definitely get that sense.
He's not the master.
So...
He's a victim too.
And now he's a stabbed victim.
Okay, and now security arrives, and it's like, would everyone please...
Security will have to make anti-lunacy rolls if they want to try and do this.
Hold on, let me... Dune, call odds or evens.
Odds.
Okay. So if it's odds, they're human. 6 evens. You get a changeling security. Now we'll say you get a.
I would love
we'll say you get a changeling security, or rather, you get a security guard. Holiday, you can clearly see this is a changeling.
I will wave him over here immediately.
He's like, he sees 2 changelings in an altercation, and he is inclined to do that. So he's like, he's got like some kind of like Holiday and Dune, you both immediately recognize what is effectively a stun gun. So non-lethal weapon. But he immediately is just like, but someone is clearly subdued, and he's like, okay, he's still got the weapon drawn but down. And he approaches Holiday. He's like, can you tell me what's been going on here,
I'll just
please?
point at the transform changeling.
Yeah.
On the ground.
Okay.
I can talk to this. There's a kidnapping situation. We're trying to resolve it. He is, as far as I can tell, at least as much victim as perpetrator, but it's complicated.
Okay. Before this goes any further, Klaus, is there anything you would like to do?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I will be on standby in case I need to shoo any rubberneckers away.
Hit him with the foam sword.
But this
Bonk,
seems like
bonk.
a altercation directly between other people in the party and security, and I got affected by this, but I'm on the fringes for it, so...
You're just like, I get the feeling this is not my circus.
Yeah.
Especially in a highly surveilled area where, the mega corporation who wants your blood.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm just trying to keep people,
cool.
the other people in the room from like, getting too close, paying too much attention. Give you all the space to resolve this that you need.
Yeah, people are still rubbernecking, but generally keeping their distance because weapons, and anyone who gets too close gets hit with lunacy. So yay, unless they are themselves a supernatural. So I'll say at this point, it's safe to say we're out of combat rounds.
Hope so.
Woot! All
Yeah.
right, so the security guard is like, wait, I'm sorry, I don't quite. He's a wizened. Like, can you repeat that, sirs?
Well, let me handle this for at least the first part of it, and then I'll let you handle the backside. This
Double team all people?
is using that to trap people inside there.
In a video game?
Yes. I will pull up the footage from earlier with all the people who haven't come out of this game yet.
Okay. That's weird. Or that's strange.
Yes. The
Okay.
system has recorded 800 people going into the system. The only 2 people that we can verify that have come out of it are those 2.
Oh.
I will chime in at this point and be like, and we didn't come out the way they said we would.
Why are you feeding the simple life? I ask the programmer. Who is the programmer?
Dervu Palom or something like that.
I am the programmer. This programmer, his name is Marcus Bonyep. It's like, the simple life is my path to greater power.
How do you know?
Text Klaus. This sounds rather like one of your lot.
Does it now?
The path to greater power
Suppose
seems to
that
be
does.
some kind of thing the asshole mages would look for.
Many people look for more power.
I'm doing this in the group chat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you take the time to check your phone while you're trying to talk to a security guard.
You
but
wouldn't.
that's
You wouldn't.
our thing.
Yes, that's true. I'm mostly focused on this guy, but
Let it
that
be
said,
known,
I still
Dune, that
obsessively check my phone
resent.
periodically.
What did you say, Klaus?
I resent that you're saying my lot, but okay.
The Muppet where the people go.
The what?
Ask the Muppet where the people go.
Oh.
They go to the simple life.
Where is the simple life?
Why is the simple life?
How is the simple life?
Oh, wait. Your people. Some of you work for someone else, right?
I work
What do
for
you
the
mean,
simple
you
life.
people?
Who do you work for? You work for the simple life.
I work for the simple life and the farm. They are the same.
Does that sound familiar to you at all?
Holiday, this is sounding some alarm bells in your head.
Clearly, this person has never been on a farm in their life.
Holiday.
The Wise and I are looking at each other like, oh shit.
I think, Holiday, this might require another
Yeah.
clarity check.
How's our security guard friend
Okay.
feeling about hearing all of
I
this?
know this person is not doing all the job for themselves. They're working for the simple life. I don't remember which one that is, but I don't know that. I don't know anything about changeling lore.
There's one of them that does this. How many dice am I rolling?
Actually, first, I would like you to roll, intelligence and occult.
Sweet. 7.
Okay,
I have a specialty in the silent if it helps.
nope.
Just checking.
You wish
Oh,
it were the
no.
silence.
This isn't
I
the
know.
silent aren't the alien enemy we have to face here.
So what did you roll?
7.
Yeah. You feel gross again, but you don't know why. Because this guy is just sort of speaking nonsensical gibberish, and you just can't really place it, because an 8 is one success and you did not get it.
Did I get a +1 from earlier from that thing that you told me I get a +1 for once per day?
Oh, for reposting on social media?
Yeah.
Sure, you can use that. Yes, you get a
Sure.
success. So,
I'll go and roll clarity to fuck myself up.
well, first let me explain what this might mean. So part of the technology is a changeling. You strongly suspect that whatever the simple life is, it might be a true fae.
Yes, I had that already.
All right, yeah. I will say with
Do I
one
happen to know which one?
with one success, that's about all you can figure out for sure.
I was here with the wise, and I'm like,
Oh, I will give you there are changelings that still technically work for the true fae, and they're called privateers.
yeah.
Wait, privateers or loyalists?
Well, there's I would say there's both privateers and loyalists. Given that this guy is walking around in the outside world, he could be either. But it's not unheard of for a changeling to make a deal with the true fae for freedom to be back in the real world, but they're really working for the true fae.
Which I will I will just say about privateer to the wise and security guard.
Yeah. As a player, he's reading to me like a loyalist, not a privateer. But just because he's clearly he's in thrall as opposed to, nah, I'm not enthralled. I'm just fucking people up. People
Well,
up.
it's also
you.
It's also the fact that he's clearly trying to kidnap people.
Yep.
For the true fae, which is very much a privateer kind of
That's
MO. So let me double check my changeling clarity. I'll say make this another 4, because at least you haven't had to. Well, if you had walked through that gate, it might be 5 dice, because, wow. But
double ones.
Oh my god.
Go team.
Is that your total roll? No 8s, 9s, or 10s?
I rolled a 7, a 2, and a couple of 1s. God damn it, blue die. Let me stop this guy, but then you killed me.
Well, it didn't kill you. It's just, okay, you are comfortable with... it's not that you're comfortable, but it just doesn't fuck you up as much, and you are now clarity 4.
4. That means I can kill people now. Go team.
No. Premeditated, or what is it? Let me see.
Oh, I'm cool with manslaughter now.
Oh, Ari? Oh, wait, let me...
Read his face. Clarity 5, manslaughter. Remember, it's the level above is the thing you're cool with now. The level you're at, you still have to make rolls on.
I can kill fetchers all day long.
I'm also using the first ed, which I
No,
don't
but you
think
can
I
commit
get.
arson for free now.
Okay,
Arson's not on my list.
it's still on level 4. It's still a morality sin, impassioned or impulsive serious crimes. So manslaughter. Because I'm also using the first ed chart, which is way easier. But let me 4 dice, yeah, and 4 dice are accidentally killing a human.
Oops.
It's
how is the security
this
reacting?
morality set, it needs some streamlining. But yeah, so.
How is security reacting to this? Because on the one hand, this guy is clearly hypnotized or dominated into something, and the other thing, this guy is clearly a privateer, and therefore scum of the earth.
I just went with something more thematic for the role for the Wizen, and the Wizen just sort of falls to his knees and starts crying.
Right. Okay.
So he has been incapacitated by the truth.
I'll grab his communicator. You might want to send backup. It's not a changeling.
They might want to change.
No. Send non-changelings.
You know,
I'll give him the
bandage that up.
Send a couple of non-changelings to pick up a prisoner.
Who is this? You hear on the other side of the comm.
Wasn't he?
I
You
give
know,
them the
pretending
name and the
to-
badge number of the kid who took my information at the desk.
All right, we'll send a team right over. Thanks. Are you in the Merc Union?
Conservators Union.
Okay.
I will not be representing this defendant. Ever.
Okay then. Well, I'll send a team.
You might also want to send an EMT to check on your security officer here.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Thank you for your help, sir.
I think
at
I
least
will
moderate
start checking
detail.
on our person here who's a little fucked up because I'm conveniently located and skilled enough to do that.
Do you want to make a medical check to stabilize him? Because he is kind of
Yeah.
fucked up, and
Yeah.
he's not
I wasn't
quite.
talking about him. I was talking about the Wizen.
Oh, the Wizened? Yeah, the
Yeah.
Wizened is physically okay, but he passed. I'll say I just rolled a thematic 1, so we'll say he passed his clarity check and passed so hard that he's on his knees crying right now.
Right.
So in the long
Yeah.
run, he'll be fine. Right now, he's useless.
So now while we're waiting for people to show up is when I come and help clean up the mess that has been made.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say that you can make you do treat you were an ER doctor, so I'll say this is wits med. Yeah, we'll make it a giant roll and say it's wits medicine and just don't roll a 1.
Or are you just making sure he doesn't die?
I could roll a 9 and blow this whole shit out of the water.
So that's 4 successes. So yeah,
yeah.
you just you have some shit on you and you just like stabilize him and just like okay, you wrap up the abdomen wound, or is it a chest wound from the light sword that he was impaled on?
Probably
Yeah.
adamant because I think he's taller than I am.
Okay.
Besides, the nice thing about light swords is that they cauterize the wounds they come out of.
We'll also say that all the security guards, or we'll call them security guards, all carry on them basically first aid kits.
Yeah, so anything I didn't have, our security guard friend did. And I will check to make sure that he's all right, because I can see that he's physically okay, but I should be able to give whoever comes to help him a better idea of what help he needs at the very least.
Well, the security guard himself is just emotionally just like, the scariest thing that traumatized me and that all changelings are hate and are terrified of is here.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's not something changelings deal well with all the time. It's like the source of my trauma and the trauma of my entire race is over there, maybe. It's through that door. And I am right next to it. It is, I'll say your medicine check covers both of them, and it's just like, he needs a minute.
I'm gonna see if I can, like, walk him a little distance away and...
Yeah, he's...
see if I can at least let him panic in peace.
Alright, so I'll say for that, let me look at your sheet. Yeah, I would say that's just,
Ooh, please let it be contracts.
Well, no, it's just, I'm gonna say it's just a social role. I will say this would be persuasion and manipulation. So what
Sorry,
do you
I've lost manipulation on my sheet.
Oh, well, I mean, for Holiday talking to the inanimate object changeling. For you talking to the Wizened, this is maybe more than Klaus.
Yeah.
You get, okay, he's probably gonna be okay, but being in proximity to the nature of creature that destroyed his life, and Klaus has met tons of changelings in the system. And being a medical practitioner, changelings all deal with it in their own way, but basically all changelings have some form of PTSD or similar emotional, like borderline personality disorders, like all those things. And Some handle it better than others. Some you definitely get a sense that different groups of changelings deal with it differently. This one does not want to be... What?
You're about to see one.
Yeah. This changeling does not want to be in proximity of a true fae, and their brain cannot deal with it right now.
Yeah,
I pull out a.
And that's fine, because that's totally legitimate.
That's allowed.
I pull out a gold-plated flask and I hand it to them. Because if it wasn't gold-plated, the stuff inside would have corroded its way out.
Okay.
He drinks it. He hands it back to you, but he's still like, ah! But he's like more than happy to crawl away from this booth and like under one of the fences and just out into the alleyway between them. It's just like
this guy gets to a place where he can safely panic, like away from the thing that is causing the panic.
Luckily, Dune, you recognize at least one of the security guards that shows up because you get a sense that they're all wolf bloods. So a security team of 4 wolf bloods. And they're just, that one's just like, oh, hey man. Oh, what happened? So Holiday, what are you doing as you were...
I got a 14 to talk the changeling out of whatever.
Okay. What do you say to this, what looks to the outside world like a piece of metal?
You're not a piece of metal. You are who you are. This is not what you are. You can be what you were before things happened. You're safe.
Okay, that's 3 successes, and okay, so
I'm
you
gonna
all
be fucked by this, aren't I?
well, what you all see is it's like the 2 legs of the arch start to slowly press together as the top bar shortens, and then it kind of shapes itself into the rest of you see, just kind of a plain, kind of androgynous looking humanoid. Holiday, what you see is more or less a changeling that looks like a metal robot.
I will give it my coat.
It's wearing clothes.
That's fine. Let's give it my coat.
Okay. It's, you definitely get a sense this might be some form of elemental.
Okay.
Oh, like the fire. What's behind? What is beyond where the gate where that they were sort of guarding? Is it still basically what it looked like before?
It still just looks like a dark, shadowy space.
Okay.
Cousin, it's good to see you.
So I'm gonna start talking to my victim. And see if I can get details for how this works. Whether there's anything, what I'm trying to figure out is there anything we can do to help this without simply going through the gate and trying to deal with stuff on the other side? Is there anything we can do with the computer that will help? And I'm not asking him that. I'm trying to get details for how it works.
Okay, so we're at time. So what he will give you in his day's speech is the farm supplied me with elementals with which we make the programming and hardware work. The hardware works the way it does in military-grade experiments, just that the hardware is other changelings.
So, are there any more changelings inside then?
There are many.
Oh no, I mean, in physically in that space. Inside that room, there was all the holo projectors and everything. Are there more changelings in this environment?
Do you relay Petruchio, do you relay any questions that are not asked, or do you just command them to answer all the questions?
I will relay. Those sound like good questions. I will relay them.
Okay. There several changelings make up our hardware and software.
Okay. Is the elemental that's standing next to me in the slightest bit capable of interacting with people at this point, or are they still traumatized?
They look... Are you asking the GM?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because you said
traumatized. This
traumatized.
for my people.
You wouldn't ask this guy, because he's... This kid looks pretty, he's definitely... you have just rescued another changeling, possibly, maybe. You're not really sure. He's not because they do seem have a very androgynous kind of presentation. They they accept your coat, and they're not running anywhere, and they're not running back inside, but they kind of look like they don't know what to do.
Okay.
Like they aren't attacking you, they aren't attacking anyone, they aren't running back into that doorway, but they're
I'll go
just
down the flask.
like they look at it and they're not even sure what they don't reach for it or anything. They just sort of keep holding on to the lapels of the coat and are just like not sure like what is that? Like
Okay.
they're not speaking. They're
I
kind of
take a
staring
swing first and then I offer it to him.
Since we're at time, can I try? I'm trying to figure out, based on what he's saying, the best way to dismantle it and get both the people and the changelings out. Can I just turn that into a roll?
Yes, let me figure out what you're gonna roll for this. So
Computer is relevant. Occult is relevant.
I dare say I'm gonna say make this intelligence occult.
Yep.
Because the hacking part is easy. The figuring out, so how do I hack and automate? How do I hack a system that's made out of people?
Yep. But I think hacking specialty still counts. Yes.
I will allow that. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, you have interdisciplinary specialty.
Yep. So yeah.
You can hack people. You know how to do this. Just not. You didn't quite expect to have to do it in this way.
Yep.
But
so that's a 7 to start. I have another willpower. This is really important, and also I have an oath on this. So yeah, I'll spend a willpower on this.
I'll allow you to add a plus 1 for the
for the oath.
Oath.
For the promise, I believe. What was
the promise? Yes.
Oh, for the sealed promise.
So that's 11. So 18. That's 4 successes.
Okay, now that you think about what you just went through, and basically seeing a metal object transform into a person that now with its natural glamour looks to you like a regular, like a vanilla human, but you suspect it's probably changeling.
An extremely vanilla human.
Extremely vanilla. So you think back to, so A, the thing you talked to in there was probably a changeling, and B, you realize, oh, it's a wall that's on fire. You were talking to the firewall.
Oh, so we were.
Yes. I would have told you that.
Do you know, I even like wrote these things down and did not put together the pun. It went right over my head until
I'm like,
just this
it's
moment.
a firewall. Okay, that's why the thing's looking at them funny.
And it definitely makes sense that that's what you would have been talking to, because
and that is the thing that can let people out.
It can let data in or out, and also it would probably not have been responsible for running the program, so if it wasn't currently trying to defend against attack, it probably had the energy to talk to you. And you definitely remember it saying, if we let you out, will you come back for us and save us? So whoever firewall is, they definitely want you to rescue them. And they're and also there's there's maybe 800 people of varying races and Supernat types in there.
Oh yeah.
And just looking over Bonyip's datapad, like it basically was taking account of how many people are in there. But like pretty much nothing else he said it was doing.
Nope. Right. Is all the hardware here, or is the hardware somewhere else?
Well, aside from this one changeling you have in Holiday's coat, the rest of it will be in there.
Great. Behind you.
But for all you were trying to shake him down for how does this really work, it really does work the way he said it was. It's just he didn't tell you his equipment was people. Welcome to Changeling the Lost.
So we're going to need to do some work in the server room. Particularly, we're going to need people who can talk changelings out of being machines in the server room.
Well, you've got one. And with your connections between him and Presley, they could probably bring in more people of varying stripes. So, and luck, we'll just say that since the security guards are wolf bloods, like, you know, what does your crew what does your crew want to do since you are on point for this?
Well, I'm going to go on an apoplectic rage with my lightsaber, just cutting through this Frontierville display and just going complete full Court of Wrath on it and just leveling the place. Crying the entire time I'm doing it because this is how I'm processing my PTSD.
The wolf bloods, at least one of the wolf bloods is kind of, one of the wolf bloods looks kind of surprised. The other one clearly knows about changelings and is like, that's how you do it. Also, wolf bloods would totally understand any wrath-based court.
Right, we're gonna need one crew.
So how about this? How about y'all think about what you want to do, and when we pick up game next time, we will still be here, and you will be able to order people around.
Yeah, I want to roleplay this out, but I also really need to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you found the plot.
We found the plot. The thick plotted.
And I mean, after this, we can also go to a party and wreck it.
Looking forward to that one.
That's just the ice cream on
back
top.
for it.
By that time, I'm going to be completely wrecked out, so I'll probably be quiet again.
Someone lost a morality point, and it's just all been a lot of fun for me. So yeah, so chat, I hope you enjoyed this interesting take on Changeling the Lost, because okay, so when my local, and it was still Cam Club domain, started its first Lost Chronicle, I actually did the world building for that and set up all of New York City for them. And then realized I suddenly had an anxiety disorder and could not actually run it. So there's a lot of parts where it's like, I know I worked on it, but I don't remember if I came up with this part or if my friend Neil came up with it, who was working with me. And one of those characters was an NPC called Firewall, who was an elemental changeling who had been turned into a firewall by the True Fae. Because when I saw, oh, they literally objectify people into objects, because the True Fae cannot create on their own. So I'm like, oh, there is someone who was turned into a piece of technology, because the True Fae, you know, it doesn't say they have to be like a Ren Fair bullshit. They can be whatever they want to be.
Someone read ElfQuest.
I didn't, but maybe. So, and what's funny is that this NPC, the person playing this NPC liked them so much that they brought them back later as a PC, and that's where I found out, like, Chris, thank you for writing this, because like, did I write that? Was this a Mir idea or a Neil idea? But yeah, so when I realized what I was setting up, and I'm like, and they talk to a firewall. Although, I was expecting you to actually hack the system before going in, so I was planning for you to talk to Firewall, but I thought you'd be going from the other side, and then going, this is not acting like a normal Firewall. What?
I like how Dune was the one who hacked this. Hey, Orchard, can you take a look at this for me?
You've got the best hacker, arguably the best hacker in this. Don't tell them they're a hacker, but you know. ElfQuest graphic. Okay. I'll read stuff. I have a whole bunch of vacation time coming up. But yes, chat, so thank you for coming with us on this madcap adventure. I'm more of a dreaming girl. I already was referring to Lost as alien abduction trauma porn. But that means that once this space setting came along, I'm like, I like them so much more now. Because there are aliens. But yeah, so did y'all find this plot interesting or surprising in any way?
I'm entertained.
Because
I like it.
that's my favorite part of being an ST is, you know, go for the pain. Don't go for the kill when you can go for the pain. I want to see my players writhing in intellectual agony because, wait, what the fuck is happening?
My gaming desires are simple. I just desire plot.
Yes, well, I certainly gave you plot. And that look of, like...
I will make it.
If... I have rolled a crit success on GMing if my players have to make morality rolls out of character because they're like, makes me so happy. But yeah, so hi, I'm Ms. Chrysilla, the GM, on social media and pretty much Discord and all the other social medias as Ms. Chrysilla. And if you're talking to Magic Fish Radio in any aspect, you're probably talking to me. So, yeah, I am the captain of this ship of insanity, which is just what I wanted. So yeah, let's go counterclockwise again. Klaus, who are you in real life, and where can we talk to you or look at your stuff or whatever?
Hi, I'm Dracus. Been playing Klaus. You can find me at Actual Dracus on most social media, specifically Instagram and Discord, because those are really the only ones I ever look at. Yeah, that's about that.
Okay.
It's finals week. I'm kind of dead.
I'm Josh. You can find me as Neme or Nemex on various social medias. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Dune?
I'm Merc. I play Dune. I'm Merc on the Discords. Most of the time, or at least some variation of Merc. And it's basically the best way to contact me. I don't really use any social medias to really talk to people. Like I have some, but I don't really talk on them. Like I go weeks without checking them, that kind of thing. So yeah, and I don't have anything to promote anymore.
Okay. Holiday, who are you when you're at home?
I'm Zardoz. I'm at Once and Future Doctor on Twitter. Easiest place to find me. I'm around Discords. I do a couple of other things. I have a YouTube channel, I think. Oh yeah, I've still got videos coming out on it for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, Twitter's the easiest place to find me.
Okay. I was not paying attention to anything because I was looking for someone to raid. Okay, so a channel I seem to follow called JCVIM seems to be playing Vampire the Masquerade?
That's Josephine. Yes, she probably is playing Vampire.
Okay, and the tabletop, well, that's fine. The video game is fine too. Alright, so, yeah, I'm not planning to take any more holidays off except, what is it? Oh, okay, so the day after Christmas is a Saturday. We might take that one off, we will see. Or we might run a one-shot, we will see.
I'm always up for gaming the day after Christmas.
So we'll see if we're losing anyone then.
Yeah, so, I know a lot of streamers I follow are taking December off for the holidays, but they're all professional streamers and we're not. But, you know, it's still the holidays and things are crazy on a normal holiday season, and this is not our normal holiday season. So we'll just see what happens. But, yeah, we will continue this chronicle for the rest of the year, and maybe there'll be a one-shot here or there, we'll see. So, good night, everybody. I'm going to... Oh, and please send us more followers, because I would really like affiliate status for Christmas, or Yule, or Hanukkah, or what have you. So, please help us get to affiliate for the holidays, because that would make me very happy. Because then y'all can start buying in weird in-game shit with channel points. And now that I have a computer that can support actual video games, maybe I will give you the chance to earn more points by maybe running some actual video game streams? If there is interest in watching a total noob play, like, Farmville and... Not Farmville, Stardew Valley. Or the one that's that, but with cats. Like, we'll see.
Neko Atsume?
That might be it. I bought it... Yeah.
No, Neko is a...
yeah, it's a Android game only, I think.
But there are cat games. I don't know.
Yeah, there are cat games.
And I heard someone say meow.
That was Lisa.
Yeah, I figured. All right, so chat, thank y'all for hanging out with us, and feel free to send us more followers, even if they just want to watch the VODs. That's cool. That's why we have VODs. And, you know, our VOD YouTube graveyard. I love calling it that. I don't know why.
VOD YouTube or Voodoo. No, just kidding. Voodoo Tube. I don't know.
And we've got Twitter and all the other things. And, you know, as I'm on vacation for a few weeks, there might be more stuff to see. Who knows? I am just having fun running a Twitch channel and a game. And even though I chose the most difficult game possible, given all the books, but I'm still having a good time because I get to cost my players sand points, and that's all that matters. So get ready to raid JCVIM. And did I do the command right? Yay! I did the command right. All right. So 7, 6. All right, chat. Oh, I can still see the cursor, and I hate it. Okay, but thanks for coming. Bye. Bye. Raid, go.